Hey! Good morning, everybody. Hello. Oh, look what we got here.
Whoa.
Mr. World Traveler.
Scott.
Finally.
Scott.
Yeah, I was.
The whole
I
team
got to
is
go
back
sing.
together.
The whole gang.
Whole
Chesterfield.
gang's here. Rafe Williams,
Yo.
welcome back to the show.
Hey,
Back
thanks
from
for having
Austin.
me, man.
Comedy Festival, I hear, was a rousing success.
Yeah, it was cool, man. They they do it right down there. It was wild.
Man, I've never been to Austin, and I feel like, I've been to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Nashville was kind of the next, step in that evolution of seeing these, cool cities.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Austin is probably next on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like these cool, hip cities. Because when you think cool and hip, you think Scott Rizzuto.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Out of anyone in this show, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Totes, my goats.
Toads for goats, indeed.
Wow.
No, but I hear it's a cool scene.
It was very cool. A lot of cool music, a lot of the comedy. I was just telling you, like Rogan and that whole Creek in the Cave moved from New York to there, and like they've created their own comedy universe down there. It's pretty wild to see.
Did you go to Joe Rogan's Mothership
I did. It's very
Comedy
nice.
Club?
Yeah. It's top of the line, baby. Brand new.
All these
spanking.
comics moved down there. What, Tom Segura lives there now?
Segura's there, Rogan's there, Shane Gillis is there, Tim Dillon is there.
Ron White.
Ron White is there. Joey Diaz is doing a fellowship at the mothership, but he'll be there too. So.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Tony Hinchcliffe runs Kill Tony out of there. A lot of comics coming out of there getting made out of Austin
that's the
right
area.
now.
That's now the comedy epicenter.
Yeah.
That's great.
What used to be L.A. is now everybody's moving down there. Now Austin's the hot place.
Yeah, I got a friend moving there this month, a comic from St. Louis. Bobby's moving there.
Yeah, I think I would enjoy it. I think I would enjoy maybe a weekend there.
It was fun, dude. It was cool.
I did the 3 days in New Orleans. Great. Plenty of time. Did 3 days in Nashville. Great. Plenty of time. Maybe 3 days in Austin.
Look at
in
you.
my future.
Go have a good time.
I don't know.
I think you would like
Gonna
it.
get crazy.
I think
Yeah.
you would like it there.
Plan out your barbecue. Plan out your evenings. Plan out your parking.
Yeah, well, you got your car
Yeah, you
towed
like your-
last time.
Yeah.
You go down to like the barbecue capital as a vegan. What an idiot.
Wow. That came up faster than I
Actually
thought
not.
it was going to.
Actually not. You had tacos, vegan tacos with Mark Maron,
I did do that.
and Austin's a great city for vegans. There's probably tons of options down there. Yes,
yeah.
barbecue, but there's barbecue everywhere. So what are
I
your vegan
missed it.
options?
But not Austin barbecue.
All right, trust me.
Would you have jackfruit?
I was in the.
It tastes,
It's good. You son of a bitch.
it's got the same consistency.
Feels like chicken.
Don't knock it till you try it, Scott Rizzuto.
I did not.
Gummy chicken.
I didn't even
Gummy.
try to fool myself. I
Yeah.
just steered clear.
We have 8 more days of this, okay? And then it's over, and we'll never do it again.
8 days from now, I will eat a tomahawk on air at 6 a.m.
Want to make you a steak?
If you brought a steak in here at 6 a.m. on May 1st, I will eat it.
What is
Live on the air. I give.
May 1st?
No
What day of the
dams.
week is that? I believe that's a Saturday, right?
Let's do it. Let's do it May
What's 8
1st on the
days from
show.
today? That's a Tuesday.
That's a Tuesday. Okay, my math is
What are you doing
way
over
off.
You're really close.
I was a
Wait,
couple
that's,
days off.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's a Saturday.
Wednesday. It was a tough weekend, guys.
It wasn't too bad, though, man. It was. There's enough hippies in Austin that there was, like.
Yeah, it's got a reputation for being kind of crunchy. As far as Texas goes, probably the crunchiest of all the cities.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Steaks are in Dallas.
Probably.
Besides
The
Odessa.
tofu's in Austin.
Yeah. Odessa.
So
It was. There were some good spots. I went in the belly of the beast and resisted temptation.
Yeah, if you can make it out of Texas without touching meat.
Yeah, dude.
There's plenty.
And you ain't a Texan.
It's a late night city. There's a late night pizza everywhere. Like every
Food
other
trucks?
spot.
A lot of food trucks. It reminded me of New York and Nashville kind of mixed together with a little sprinkle of New Orleans. because it had like, it used to be, you know, I had a lot of the used to be people that are like, used to be more eclectic. This was a little artsy fartsy. Now there's like, it looked like Vegas, dude. There's so many cranes. Like, it's blowing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's blowing up down there.
Yeah, it's a growing city.
So are the prices.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. Not a cheap city.
It's tough to move there right now. If you
Oh,
ain't
yeah?
got
Real
the-
estate?
Yeah, all of it.
Just
But I like how
everything.
all the-
food was expensive. Everything was
All the famous folks are moving down there like, dude, it's so cheap. It's so good, blah, blah, blah.
yeah, but we ain't got no income taxes
Yeah, we're okay.
Well, no, we're getting out of California because getting gouged to move to Texas.
Yeah.
To,
to get gouged.
Yep. So
Yeah,
now
Uber was like New York Uber, where it's like, oh, I'm going 9 blocks, but it's still going to cost $40.
Oh, dude, easily. Yeah, yeah. And if you pin them at the right time, like those dynamic priced rideshare, crazy. You
Oh,
spend
yeah.
$100 to get. I don't know. I mean, especially if you're going from like a residential area a few miles out and you're going down to 6th Street, you pick the wrong time. You may as well get a limo.
oh, dynamic pricing when they just jack up the rates,
Yeah,
you know, during peak hours.
because they know there's a bunch of drunk 25-year-olds.
Yeah, which is, you know, I get it. I get it. I was
That's what it
looking
is, though.
So Austin not overrated?
Not overrated.
Okay, not overrated.
Keep Austin weird, man.
Okay, not overrated.
Not overrated. I thought it was very cool. I could see
that's good to
myself. I could see myself landing there.
So can St. Louis ever become the next cool town like that?
I don't know. Like, that was the thing that I found interesting was how close to everything was very walkable. That's what reminded me of New York. The clubs were all very close together. Joe Rogan's Mothership, Creek in the Cave. There's like 7 or 8 comedy clubs all within 6-7 blocks of each other. It's not all spread out. Usually when you go to a city,
That's one thing about here.
It's
Unless
all,
you
it's all 6th Street. If we had the chance with the landing.
Washington or Washington Ave or the Landing.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the landing was probably the closest we could ever have had in the past
To the spot.
to 6th Street. Yeah, to what Austin feels like and looks
Yeah.
like. But I mean, what's on the landing now?
The only-
Is the landing even the landing?
I thought they
yeah.
were trying to do stuff.
They're supposed
I'm
to be
asking.
revamping it. Old Spaghetti Factory is still going
Trying,
strong.
yeah. Nellie's Institute for Higher DJing is still open, I think. Or
No,
whatever.
No,
I don't know.
I think so. I think it went under.
I think that went under. No, I thought there was some grand plan for the Landing.
Is there? Didn't Morgan Street leave, or are they still there?
That's gone, I think. I think it's all gone, except for some like law offices that are down there.
Whoa, really? Okay.
And the Spaghetti Factory is still down there. I was talking about the
It's
Spaghetti
the
Factory on
old
Saturday.
Spaghetti Factory.
The thing that was good about Austin that I think the Landing is problematic is access. Like, it wasn't bad. They had like, you could get around. It didn't have the traffic of New York. Like, you could kind of get around and all. It was still expensive, but you can get from point A to point B. They had it set up nice. Like, the traffic grid was good. It isn't like cobblestone streets where you got to like duck a horse and carriage and all the, you know, the trappings of the Landing. Only one way in, one way out. It was kind of like pretty accessible.
I'm trying to
That
look
was
up.
cool.
I thought there was all these articles.
Yeah, it was 23. They had a ton of most projects completed or underway at Laclede's Landing.
It would have to be an investment, and it would have to be an investment that looked 10, 20, 30 years ahead, and we don't like to do that in this town.
Cobblestone Market Deli Cafe slated to open on Laclede's Landing in downtown St. Louis this spring. That was from Sauce Magazine. Yep. Okay. All right, there it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I think
Guys, we got a deli.
I think the good thing, what happened with the Landing, why it was so successful, is they
Was
had
it
a
the Wax
very
Museum?
famous
Yes.
nightclub, and they decided to get rid of the nightclub, put a parking lot there. I thought that was a good move. That made sense.
What?
you talking about Mississippi Nights?
Yeah, yeah. Just to tear that down and put a silly parking lot that's always empty.
When the Royal Dump closed, that's when I knew it was over.
Never heard of that.
What's the Royal Dump?
The Royal Dump was like the burlesque theater down there. You ever go to that? Dude, it was. Someone took me there. A couple of gal pals.
Oh,
of
that's the
mine.
name. That was the name of the place.
Name was called the Royal Dump, and Christopher Walken was one of his first. He was on the wall. There was one of his first acting jobs in like the '60s, and it was you had dinner, but it was like everyone was dressed like a chambermaid and would come out, and they would do like you know, everyone had a bawdy name like Sirloin. It was all like knights, and it was like medieval. It was like a knockoff medieval times, but no sparring. It was just like it was fun. It was a weird little place, man.
Interesting.
It looks like it's still in business.
You think that with the renovations at the Arch
Really?
grounds and the museum, that they would try to start just going north, you know? Like
Yeah.
from the Arch just go take that whole place over.
Oh, it's spelled Dumpe.
Yeah. Is that the place where you walk past and there's people on the street trying to get you to come in to see the show?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you guys ever go in that wax
Royal
museum
dump.
that was down there? Scary as hell, dude.
Really?
The movie from
There
the
was
70s.
a wax museum down there?
Yes.
Was?
What was
Right
it
next
called?
to the sex shop. I don't know, like Madame St. Louis's wax museum.
Also a whack museum, if you think about it.
Yes.
I mean,
Technically.
you ever see the 70s, 80s movie called Tourist Trap? It was like an old school horror film, kind of a B-rated horror film where the mannequins come alive. That's what that wax museum reminded me of. And it was worth every penny to get in there and see all that. I don't remember what kind of celebs were in there, but there was everybody. It was like Madame Tussauds.
Really?
Only like
On the
a G
landing.
brand. Yes.
Man, I just remember all the radio stations would always do the gigs down there at was Tequila Wild or something like that.
I
So-
did some of those.
Yeah, because that was next to Mississippi Nights, and that place would always just like every year and a half would change names, and then the next radio station would be like, "Oh, now it's a pop club.
Right.
Now the pop station too."
Carpet was so gross.
Yeah, and then right down the road you had what was it like Bar St. Louis, the Club Buca,
Club Buca.
like all these like dance clubs until it was just nothing but drunken fights.
As teenagers, would you guys go down there?
You could get into some of them, but like I remember when I finally
Would you ever
turned
try
20.
to sneak into them?
Oh yeah, I had a fake ID and I went into one of them once. But then whenever I turned 21, every weekend we were at Morgan Street Brewery. That was the best place to dance ever.
I don't think I ever went inside. I was down at Mississippi Nights constantly. I mean, if I wasn't playing there or seeing a show there, I was there passing out flyers about a show that I had coming up to the Galaxy or something. Other than that, I think I got dragged to, I have no idea if it was Buca or something that was trying to be one of those things. I got dragged to a dance club or two in my early 20s. And then I was like, wow. I mean, like, you want to talk about hammered. You get some people on some
Oh man.
4-inch heels, 5-inch heels, walking on cobblestone, hammered.
Broke
It was
my
just
leg
like,
left and right.
it's like there's people falling everywhere.
I can smell Club Buca in my mind. It's like Malibu rum.
Or you could see
Yes.
the girls with their shoes off.
Yes, walking around in the dirty ass cobble.
Yeah.
Dude, it was me.
Yeah, it smelled like Malibu and Parrot Bay.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
like
Probably
stains
mixed with
everywhere.
cigarettes too.
sugar rum.
Outside. I don't think they allowed smoking inside, or at least I don't remember that. Doesn't
When did that
stick out.
place close?
Dude, they had
Oh.
so much Parrot Bay in there, it was ridiculous.
Oh my god.
it's the best.
Makes me sick
Yeah, I remember
thinking about it.
All the sweet rums, like that's what was keeping
I got a phone call from a buddy around 1 a.m. and he was trashed. He's like, "Can you come pick me up? I can't drive." So I remember getting to go down there
to
to
Club,
seeing the morons.
You're
Or
good
the
to
fun.
Club Buca.
Club Buca, B-U-C-A.
I mean, it was a fun scene.
Yeah.
It would just get like
It
would be really fun, and then it would get really fally because people would be falling, and then it get really fighty. Everywhere
yeah.
you're like, wait, what?
It had its time.
These guys are fighting now too.
Every time I
get
saw
it.
a guy getting his ass beat on the cobblestone was down at the landing, but not always like the club. Like it was a blues fest. Like one of the worst fights I've ever witnessed just as a public was Blues Fest when they would host it down there. I don't remember what like legendary artist was playing in the background, and these two dudes are just hammering each other in the middle of the cobblestone street.
Just fights, drunken idiots.
Yeah.
Stumbling out of the clubs.
Wild times.
Usually dudes who didn't get laid that night. They're all pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
If I ain't getting laid, I'm fighting something.
Well,
Well, the casino, too. Tina worked at Joey B's on the landing. There's people, like, drunkenly stumbling out of the casino with a bunch of cash on them getting rolled in the cobblestones.
I don't think I've actually even been there since the casino was built.
Really?
I don't think so.
That's a long time, dude.
get to the Four Seasons.
That is
now.
a long time. Isn't it?
That's like your whole life, dude.
Well-
that means you've never been to the landing in your whole life.
I don't think so, man.
Lumiere's like 45 years old, I think.
I don't think so.
When did it come
I
about?
think no way.
It's like
not
2000
Lumiere anymore.
I remember when it was
2004 or
built.
5.
Right?
I remember when it was built because I started touring right when Mississippi Nights kind of shut down.
Yeah.
And then they built they built Lumiere, and I never had a
It's
reason
not
to
even.
go down
It's
there.
already changed names.
Or Horseshoe.
Horseshoe. It's Horseshoe.
Horseshoe. Oh, I've
If
gone
we're
down
gonna
the
St. Louis
Horseshoe.
it up, it's got to be Horseshoe.
I'm glad the Lumiere name is gone because all it reminded me of was the candle from Beauty and the Beast, and I don't like that.
Oh, okay, good.
Thanks. Back to you.
It changed the skyline.
Yeah, with that weird video board thing.
That weird
Cool.
board.
Yeah.
Yep,
I'm telling you,
2007.
get yourself to the Four Seasons. It's $1,000 million, but it is worth it, and you will relax. Go there in the summertime.
Listen, I got a gift card that I got from my wife.
Go.
2007. That lines up. I haven't been there since
Yeah.
2004.
Okay. Wow, you did miss out, man.
Miss out.
That was 2004. That's when That's when we were running the streets.
Well, I had a time. I mean, it was
You weren't running nothing.
probably
Well,
90,
not me, but like I was there.
98.
I was like a cob boss.
98 to 2004.
Cobblestone
Yeah.
balls.
I put plenty of miles on those cobblestones.
It was wild. I had some comedian friends who. One of my buddies worked at. What's the. Help me out. What is the Central West End cigar place where they can smoke inside? It's very. Brennan's. Thank you.
Brennan's.
My brain needs more coffee. So he had a customer who's like, hey, I have a loft apartment on the old Judge Coffee Building. You know that old Judge building that's like 5 stories? At the bottom was like Joey B's on the landing, and then there's like 4. So the top floor of that was like this big, huge, like sitcom, like beautiful loft apartment.
Yeah, nice.
That the guy got divorced and he like bought the building.
On one
He
side,
lived
you
in
got
it.
the water. Right, nice.
But it was just a bunch of broke comedians that had no business living there. And he's like, yeah, I don't want to renovate it, so I'll let you guys all move in for $1,000 a month. This place should be like $3 or $4 grand a month, easy. And it was just a bunch of futons and cigarettes. And the windows just opened. There's no screens. And they'd just be sitting. It'd be like 3 comedians on office chairs smoking cigarettes, looking
Hanging
out
out the
open, just
window.
getting ready to fall out the window.
Paris.
And it was a wild.
Well, I think there was a drunken fish down there. And I think one of the walls, I think a wall fell. Like just like deteriorated.
Oh yeah,
Just
wasn't
fell.
it something kind of like the like up by the ceiling?
Yeah, I mean the whole place was just the landing was deteriorating. I think it's like a wall fell.
It happens.
What
happens.
What was on the other side of the wall? Like cockroaches?
Probably.
Gross.
These dudes were so broke they were going down to Joey B's and like eating the condiments. They were like going to Joey B's and like stealing the toilet
We'll just
paper
say
out of Joey.
ketchup and ranch. That's it. Channel 2 did something fun on their Facebook page. They asked people what. And speaking of landing, and you guys are. Yeah, I see the look in your eyes. You know, talking about some of these old places.
Yeah.
You know, pining for yesteryear. And they said, what is a brand or chain that's no longer in the St. Louis area that you miss?
Ooh.
Are they still? These are companies are still open nationwide, but not here.
No, I mean even like Grandpa Pigeons, which I don't even know what that
Oh,
is.
yeah.
There was a bunch of people that
It's the
said
coolest
Grandpa
name.
Pigeons.
I don't know
was a
what
really,
that is.
That was a really fun place. There was one down on Watson, or maybe Chippewa, but like went down there with my parents, my grandparents. It was kind of like, I mean,
What was it?
How do you describe that? Okay, I guess it would be like a Menards, but it just felt more local. Oh man, is that how I should put that? I think that's how I'm going to put that. Menards, but not as giant. Like I don't think
Yeah, Menards is huge.
I don't think you had 50 different types of lighting fixtures to choose from at Grandpa Pigeon's. But it was, as a kid, it was fun because you go in, it was this huge place, and you're like, oh my gosh, look at this. They got lawnmowers over here. They got toys to play with over here. They got so much crap. There was just stuff everywhere.
Somebody said, well, Del Taco, I know that's near and dear to Scott's heart.
Yeah,
Del Taco.
that's a sad one. Tim Hortons was pretty sad too.
Casa Gallardo?
Casa Gallardo.
Gallardo.
Gallardo, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I really whitened that one up, didn't I?
Hey.
Casa Gallardo.
Casa Gallardo was great.
I remember going to one of those.
Yeah.
They closed all of a sudden.
That was
But
like,
they still have their chips.
It's where
right?
hot moms would take you for dinner, you know? Like,
yeah, it was reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Pretty good food. It was like somewhere in between Chevy's and Hacienda
Yeah.
without the rules.
we're going to Casa. Cool.
Was that a real treat?
Oh, yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Nice.
treat. How about Groan's Cafeteria? Anyone?
Groans?
Grown.
Yeah, it was a cafeteria.
In the St. Louis area?
Yeah, my uncle was an older guy, and he lived nearby, so we'd always go whenever we were in town, we'd go eat with him there. And it's the kind of place where old people would eat, and then they would take a nap in their seats. So you just look around and people are napping.
Just grandpas with their heads back.
Yes.
You know what my parents probably miss from back in the day was Ground Round.
Oh, that's about 100 people said ground round.
No way. Well, dude, that was a place I've said this
We
before.
had a ground round by us.
On
growing up.
Thursdays, kids would eat their weight. So, like, I weighed 60 pounds. So for 60 cents, you could eat whatever you wanted. That's probably why they're out of business.
Yeah, maybe. And I remember the you
Thursdays were
ice
packed with
cream
families.
in a mini helmet.
Yeah. Oh,
Ice
that's
cream
right.
in a mini baseball helmet.
Wow.
Were they peanuts there too? Did they have peanuts on the table?
I don't
Oh
remember
no, they
that.
had popcorn on the table. Yep.
It was a fun place.
Hey, their domain's available now.
Ground round?
Dude, the funny thing is, I think the only dinners that we ever had with these family friends were at Ground Round because they had six children. So our 2 would come in, and then their 6 would come in. Can you imagine what that if there were a place right now, and 2 families came in with 8 children that were only going to eat for an average of 50 cents?
No kidding. Does anybody know Cassidy's Pizza?
Nope.
No, somebody mentioned Venture though, and I remember that.
Venture's on this list.
Venture was great.
Awesome.
It's like
What is that?
I think it was a furniture store.
Venture
No,
was,
it was
a department store.
Kmart.
Department store.
It was
Yeah.
like more like Target, I guess. It was I don't know, but it was also one of those where my friends at school they got to wear Bugle Boys, and I would wear I forgot what it's called, like Rounders or something. I forgot their brand.
The Venture
But-
brand.
Yeah, and it was always so disappointing.
Venture was also it was a good place for
Writers. There we go.
16-year-olds to get jobs. Like that was like a perfect local kind
Oh,
of.
yeah, didn't it have a
department store to get
cafe
jobs.
too?
Yeah, maybe so.
I think so.
Does anybody know Zentigos? Okay, that was one that was on the list. Noggles?
No, but I
Is
love
that the
it.
goggle store?
Noggles.
Goggles by Noggles. Ben Franklin?
Oh yeah,
Good
craft
guy.
store,
They
right?
said that was a 5 and dime.
That just recently
Yeah.
went out, right?
Because that's the one we get the old candy, right? I believe.
Somebody put Johnny Mac Sporting Goods, and I forgot that closed up recently.
Yeah,
really?
Johnny Max was great.
Yeah.
Johnny Max was great because they had a lot of local ties. They were here for what 40 years?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe longer.
long
Let's
time.
see here. Pilot House? No, I don't know that one. Tumble Drum? Don't know that one. Oh, Cicero's.
Cicero's,
Oh
the best.
yeah, that was such a great.
I don't think
hang.
anything's in there now.
Yeah, there's an office or something.
Oh, is there? Because we drove by there last weekend.
What'd they do with the club in the back?
I don't know. I saw a couple cool bands there.
I did too.
Yeah,
I
that
did
place
too.
was
It
awesome.
was the best. You get dinner and then just go to the club right there.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, the
always the,
pizza wasn't
starting
bad either.
spot. That was our starting spot every time we were down at the Loop. You go there first,
Cicero's.
and then you go the rest.
Yeah, was it a good? Because it's at the end. That's a good spot.
It was within walking distance where I used to live.
When did
over there.
that close?
Like 15 years ago.
No,
No,
the
it
Riz
was
show was on.
2014 or
You
15.
think?
Yeah, we were doing this show for sure because I saw.
I think that's within the
friends came
past
through.
5 years.
No way, dude.
5 now. I'll
You
say
think longer?
I say 7, maybe 8.
Let's see here, 2017.
Okay.
7 years ago.
Hey,
Wow.
We all win.
feels good.
7 years ago.
Remember when?
Let me see here. Pilot House. How much? Genghis Grill.
What's Pilot House?
Somebody said best fried chicken.
Pilot House is fried chicken.
So we don't have the best
Pilot
fried
House.
chicken anymore?
Nope. Sorry, Scott.
Howard Johnson's.
Oh yeah.
Is there any
Everyone
Howard
always raved
Johnson's
about
here?
that.
Hojo.
No, there used to be one. Right down the road from Venture, and where Tim Hortons was in Kirkwood. Go on.
Noah's Ark.
Oh, we're forgetting McMurray Music.
Oh yeah, I worked there forever.
Blockbuster, of course. The Velvet Freeze.
No.
That's a great
What
ice
a
cream.
cool nickname, though.
Yeah.
This was like a list compiled by dads at a barbecue. You can practically feel someone pulling up their pleated khakis as you read this list. Hey, remember when the Venture that used to be down the street from the old Tim
Yes.
Hortons?
Ah,
He's like unzips his fanny pack.
Velvet Freeze ice cream place.
I'm assuming they don't say what it is. It's like just people going on Facebook saying, "This is what I miss. I missed the Velvet Freeze."
Not to sideline this conversation, but Rafe just saying fanny pack triggered me. Guys, on Saturday, I was gifted my first Lululemon apparel.
Oh yeah, is it a fanny pack?
never
Or is it like a
going back.
crossbody?
Guys,
Guys,
made it.
guys, breaking news. I am a hot ass
That
West
explains-
County mom now.
It explains
Because I
your
have
Stanley
the
tumbler.
For real. Next on the list, Stanley tumbler. I went to Earth Day Festival yesterday with my Lululemon that my best friend Abby bought me. I was walking around. People were respecting me.
Yeah.
It was
Was it a
incredible.
crossbody thing?
It's just this itty bitty little pack. It is, but it's a fanny pack or a all the
That's the
hotties
new-
do crossbody.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
went to
yeah.
the mall with the kids yesterday, and all the little teenage girls
Yes.
had the crossbodies.
How does it feel to
Every
finally be
one of
seen?
them.
I had to apologize to my friend Kelly yesterday. I go, look, because she's cool. I was like, I didn't spend my own money on this because I don't. It's very expensive, I think. And I'm just walking. I had to peel the little sticker off of the silver Lululemon tag, to expose the chrome. Please.
Ooh, good.
I noticed
I
you
was-
changed a little bit.
Is it
you
one of
came in
these
this morning.
these little belt bags?
Oh, I got the black one. Abby, it was on back order.
Oh, it's $40. That's not bad.
Oh. Anyway,
That's not
back
bad.
to you.
Okay, speaking of that.
Yeah.
Has anybody heard of this?
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Has anybody heard of this black SUV mom versus white SUV mom thing?
No, but isn't
That's
that Mal?
going around.
Doesn't she have a murdered out SUV?
Yeah,
What color?
black.
So she got a black SUV.
Used to be white. Now it's black.
They should retitle that. They really should.
What?
I don't know. It just sounds a lot more incendiary than it probably actually is.
White SUV versus black SUV?
Yeah. Moms. Yeah. It sounds problematic
And
in a lot of
listen,
ways.
this has been all over social media, and I first heard about this weekend.
Okay.
So if you're a mom, you apparently fall into one of two categories.
I love this.
Great.
You're one or the other. That's it. That's all
it.
you can be.
There's no. Now my wife drives
Just when you thought we couldn't marginalize you further.
and my wife drives a silver car, so I don't know where she falls.
Oh, no.
No.
Lost. She's lost.
She's the kind of wife that drives her
Libertarian mom.
husband.
She better pick a side.
But it used to be white, right? The one before that was
She
white.
drove a white minivan.
Well,
Let's figure out. Let's see. Is silver closer to white or black?
I think it's
The internet
closer
will
to
tell
black.
us.
Well, what does it mean?
yeah. To tell me.
He's looking up to see what silver means.
What,
We got to figure out where your wife stands before we.
Yeah, before I play. Now this is now. If you get past the annoying voice on here, just listen to what she's saying. You're either a black SUV mom or a white SUV mom.
So apparently the meaning of a white SUV mom is that you're like an aesthetic mom who's like perfect hair, perfect makeup, your kids are perfect, your life is perfect, and you have a perfect white car. Black SUV mom explained is apparently you're like the hot mess mom. You might or might not have washed your hair in a week. You're just kind of winging it. You probably have a bunch of feral kids. You probably shop at Walmart a lot. You're probably not the Target type.
What?
Yeah.
Erroneous.
This all makes sense. Oh,
My wife is going to kick your ass for saying that stuff.
Right down the middle, dude.
Silver?
She's straddling the line.
Yeah, I think my
Silver is
wife
gray,
has-
which is considered achromatic, meaning it is composed equally of black and white.
Yeah, my wife's got traits from both sides.
Hell yeah.
Probably leaning more black, like the disaster side of things.
You say this because she's
She's
not
out of
here.
and YouTube doesn't reach.
Yeah, she's going to listen to the
YouTube
podcast
doesn't
on the
reach
flight
Florida.
home. She's
Yeah,
going to kill
they
you.
haven't figured out how to use it.
Well, can I just say, like, if I'm not a mom, but like I would be in the black SUV because that's how I would roll. So
I feel
No
like
shame.
Now that you
it's
got
the same,
Lululemon.
I feel like she
Oh,
has
man.
those reversed.
Yeah, I think so. Because my sister-in-law, who's very glamorous, and her kids are all glamorous. Like everything's. I mean, they don't
Yeah, they
have
got-
anything
they got a
sloppy.
I'm
bunch
going on.
sorry,
Tank.
the internet has spoken. We
No,
can't
right.
change it.
No, this person's reading the wrong things because if you have a black car, like you have to take care of it more because it's going to show the dirt so
The
much
internet
more.
has spoken, Moon. You can try to argue.
You get
your
the
way out
white
of this, you
SUV
can't.
because you're trying to hide the fact that you're not washing it all the time. She's
No
got this
backsies.
reversed.
I'm sorry, your wife is a black SUV mom.
I'm gonna go to
I-
Walmart today and see.
I know that.
When I
See
see
what
your wife
SUVs
next
are
time,
out
I'm going to go, ew, you haven't washed your hair for a
Ew.
week?
You know, this is a good time to remind everyone.
Never.
Mother's Day is coming. Winter is coming. So you better be getting all the reservations, the gifts, get all figured out.
Winter is coming, guys. No, it's not. Summer's coming.
Oh,
You said that and heard yourself say it and argue
Yeah.
with yourself.
Winter's
is
not coming.
No, it's not.
I mean Mother's Day. Like, the Mother of Dragons is coming.
Oh, okay. When is that?
May something.
May 10th? What is it?
Oh, man.
Let's go. It's May 12th this year.
It's a leap year, so I don't think they're doing it this year.
Hey, take your wife, take your mom, take whoever to Punk Rock Disney, to Can You Feel the Punk Tonight, May 11th, and be like, this is your gift.
Wow, plugged it.
That's right.
Oh, man.
She's like,
Hard
"Thanks."
plug.
Makes sense.
Hey, went for it.
People
Got
went
it.
out there and said,
All
all
right.
right, you're right.
Bet the house went for
Oh,
it.
Mr. Plug.
I'm on your side.
Hey, Lern and I went to a speakeasy on Friday night.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
We,
Not supposed to talk about it, though, right?
we're
Well,
not supposed to talk about it.
Well, let me just tell you about the speakeasy. There was an hour wait to get in.
Oh, no.
I love that.
Hey, you waited? Okay, I'm
yeah,
surprised.
I was pot committed. I was already there.
Well, it doesn't mean anything.
And I felt
Kids drive
terrible.
all the way.
You know why I felt terrible? Because I was kind of the organizer of the group.
Oh, and then you made everybody sit for an hour.
Yeah.
That's
We didn't
a
get. What time did you get there? Because we didn't. Tim and I didn't get there
7:45.
till 8 o'clock. So yeah, I mean, it was fun. We hung out at the bar downstairs and then walked through the phone booth and went up to the Speakeasy. It was great.
It was at Big Chief in
The
Wildwood
best.
on Manchester.
That's
Wildwood
awesome.
on Manchester.
Right,
There's,
it's like the old part of Manchester.
Yeah, big.
there's a speakeasy there.
You
huh?
guys went
That
down
place
to
is
that
awesome. I didn't know there's a
seedy
speakeasy
part of
upstairs.
town.
Yeah, in Wildwood, the rough part of Wildwood.
Wow, glad you guys made it back.
I was reading about it. I mean, it's honoring because that building's been around for a long time.
Oh, yeah, the
building's
hundreds
so
of years.
cool.
And so they're honoring the upstairs part is where the Speakeasy is, and they did a good job. It was like indoor, outdoor. They had those fire pits outside. We sat outside on the credenza or whatever it is.
It was like a rooftop bar.
I'm gonna look that word up.
Is that right?
I don't even know what you said.
I know.
I don't even know what that's a word.
Credenza. That's
not a
little
word.
balcony in my mind.
Feels like you should be doing that.
Yeah, I woke up very ill the next day. I have not.
Yeah, that's crazy because I didn't see you drink that much.
Right. Well, I think I just had, again, the vegan diet.
Oh, you know what it was? I'll tell you when it was.
Okay.
Okay. So I was there. It was myself. It was my buddy Mike and his wife Karen. It was you and Tim.
Yeah.
My other buddy was supposed to come, but he got sick. So I get there and I'm like, which way to the I actually went, which way to the Speakeasy? And like this way. This way to the woman with an iPad to put your name on a list for an hour. Wow.
Gosh.
Dang.
Just like the 20s, right, guys?
Yeah.
Secret.
Just like Prohibition.
Writing your name down on a log so they know who's in there.
Was there like a little cartoon thing she slid on the
No.
iPad that looked like two sets of eyes looking
No,
like
they
at
should have.
you?
They should have had that. I felt like I just stepped into the roaring 20s.
Yeah.
I always think about Who Framed Roger Rabbit when we talk about speakeasies. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was wouldn't that be cool? With the gorilla, like the cartoon gorilla's
Yeah,
eyes.
that's what I wanted. I wanted like
what I
a
want.
door with just the eye slots.
So I'm looking at the website, and I mean, it says nothing about the speakeasy. It really is more about the garden and the fresh food and all that.
It's a
kind of stuff.
restaurant. It's been a restaurant forever.
Right,
The
but I'm saying-
Speakeasy's not on the website.
It's a roadhouse.
So it's so what's the
It's like
what's
not
the
advertised.
draw? Is it more about the food and this amazing?
There's no food upstairs at the Speakeasy.
It's really good food downstairs.
Good food downstairs, but upstairs is you can't bring your drinks from downstairs upstairs.
Right.
They have a bar that only serves like rare bourbons and whiskeys and stuff. I think you could get only during Prohibition.
Yeah, they're making them upstairs, like the Prohibition, like in a bathtub.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
And the woman said, "This is the menu. This is all we have.
Yep.
Like you can't come up here and order, rum and Coke. Like this is the menu. This is what we got. No substitutions, or you get the hell out of here."
Right. and she was like, "We will throw you off this balcony."
Yeah. No, you go through a phone. So it's like downstairs in the restaurant. There's a phone booth, and there's a secret door on the other side of the phone booth.
That's kind of cool.
And they open up the door, and you go up the stairs, and there's like a giant, it's an old school bar.
Yeah, it's cool.
Where the guy got the wood from some special place, and it's a couple couches. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
What night was this?
Saturday.
Friday.
Oh,
Wow.
it was
Friday.
Friday.
Sounds like you guys are
Hello.
lying and made this whole thing up.
I know. You know what's funny is Riz has this move because he's known me long enough. Where in the kitchen he starts talking about it. He goes, "I invited you." Because
I did.
I don't remember that.
I invited everybody, right?
No, he did. I remember him saying, "Hey, we're going to the Speakeasy."
Well, he knows that
And
I'm
I
not
was
gonna
going,
remember
but then
that
I
or not,
realized-
and then he has to remind me.
Because Scott said you said you were going to be at service.
Yeah, because I thought, oh man, I'm definitely going, and my wife's out of town. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh yeah,
You had service.
What day was
church
this?
stuff.
Was it Friday?
Thursday.
It was
Or
Friday.
Saturday?
Thursday
I think
or
I
Friday.
said Thursday.
What day? What? Where did you? When did you
We
go?
went Friday. I invited everybody Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Friday. What was I doing?
We were having wildly different experiences at that time, I bet.
What do you mean?
Because I went to a comedy show where they made the comedians eat a full rack of ribs and ride a mechanical bull
Oh.
before they did their set or in the middle of their jokes.
I'll tell you what Lern's turn was.
That's a wild.
So we were downstairs waiting to get our name called to
Yes.
go up to the Speakeasy.
And I was in fun learn
So
mode.
I bought the first round of drinks, and then you bought the second round,
Yes.
and then you said, let's do tequila shots.
Yes.
And I said, no, I'm good.
And thank God for Karen.
So you and Mike's wife did tequila shots, and then they called. So we had just gotten our second drinks, and they're like, you can't bring these upstairs. You need to pound these.
And thus the poundage happened. Listen, Karen is a psychologist. She and I were having the best conversation over our tequila shots. I mean, I was just like, we were going full therapy mode. I had met this woman just an hour before.
And you were making her work? You were peppering her with
No, she
questions?
was no. We were having a good time. She listens to the show, and so she knows how nuts I am. But anyway, yes, and they said you can't bring your drinks upstairs. And I had to do this at dinner, by the way, because Tim and I went to Mulligan's before we met up with you guys, and we were leaving, and I was chugging down that vodka tonic there too because we were walking out. We had to get to you guys. So
Didn't you just say you were confused as to why you felt so bad on Saturday?
No, we
Yeah,
just
I don't know
But
how.
it
we just
wasn't
walked
that
you through
many.
your Friday.
And I'm not proud. I was very ill. I've not vomed in probably 3 to 4 years.
Whoa, you vomited?
I did.
Whoa.
It was not good, and it was all liquids, dude. Like it was all water. Because I woke up Saturday and I was so thirsty, and
I have the audio actually.
do you? Yes. That was it.
Man.
I
Why are you throwing up on a tarp?
well, that's all I had, and I felt like ghosts. I vomited like dark souls out of my body. That's how bad
Spirits.
it was.
That's
yeah.
why they call it spirits.
So anyway, it was an exorcism on Saturday morning. I feel better now.
You ever throw up so violently the blood vessels burst in your eyes?
Yeah,
I know
That's fun.
that's a good one.
Man.
This
think
was
it's
the
happened
next
to you.
day throw up.
in the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's a couple
Congratulations. Welcome to 40.
Did you
This
feel
is
better?
it. It was awful. Saturday, I didn't
Just
do
ruined
anything.
the day?
Yeah.
Bummer.
I did rally. I got to my best friend's kid's baseball game later that evening.
Nice.
I rolled up unshowered.
Yeah, it was
like,
9:30. You had
dude.
sunglasses
Perfect.
Yeah.
Did you get
Perfect place to
drinks
go
there?
hungover.
She was like Person of the Year Award 2024. Anyway.
Best
cheering
place
her
to go hungover is to a youth baseball
Yeah,
game.
In the
she's cheering her
cold.
son on. And you're like, hey, could you quiet down, please? He's
Oh
so
my
loud.
gosh.
Why is there a marching band here tonight?
This game is so
And you
loud.
weren't sloppy or anything. That was crazy. I didn't.
I
When
left
you
my
told me you vomited on
You
Saturday
drove
morning.
just fine, everything.
I left my credit card at the Mulligan's.
You did.
Oh,
yes.
no.
I did pay, but I left it in the little booklet and stuff. I was in a hurry to leave, and anyway, not my best showing of being a person. Okay.
Hey, you got a free sesh, though. You know what
Very
I mean? A
black
free-
SUV mom.
You got
Yeah.
a free
I
psychology.
told you.
That's
Yes.
so black SUV mom.
You got a free psychology session.
I did.
That's tight.
Yeah.
I found out I'm a psychopath, so good.
Again?
Yeah, again.
You did?
We do this every time, Riz.
Yeah. I'm hoping for a different answer next time I go to a psychologist. You're a psychopath.
Do you show up and go, oh, you're a psychologist? Listen,
I'm gonna
I've
save
had
you
two
the
of them
Let
call me a
unload.
psycho before.
Yeah,
all
she was
dumb.
Lern was unloading on poor Karen.
Like, just to put it in perspective, like, as we're getting called to go upstairs through the phone booth into the speakeasy, the last question that we never got back to out of Karen's mouth was, and so why didn't you want to have children? And, like, literally we're going off the...
Let's go drink more.
I told her, we went into the bowels of my existence.
And those drinks, by the way, upstairs were not. They didn't skimp on the alcohol.
No.
They were
But doesn't-
heavy.
yeah, that's the kind of place that, like, they got a standard, and the standard is to wallop you.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Did someone with a bow tie pour your drink?
yeah. Oh, dude behind the bars was
Bow tie?
Bart.
Karen was at home on
Must, you know, like
Saturday
weird-
smoking cigarettes, staring off in the middle distance, thinking about all the stuff you unloaded on her.
And you accepted?
I did because it was at a
know.
speakeasy.
Things
All bets
have
are off.
changed. He's a
All
different
rules
man.
are off?
now.
All rules are off.
So at a speakeasy,
speakeasy.
he would break his rules to, that he would pay for sex. He's going to trust a guy in a bow tie.
Uh-huh.
What's your other rule?
I love never pay for sex.
That's what I said.
There's a never trust
I thought there
a
was.
bow tie.
I thought there were three.
I only have two.
Oh, just the two.
It's got me this far. I like the waitress, by the way. Was while you guys look at the menu, I'm going to go have a smoke break.
Oh, yeah. Which was like 10 feet to our left.
I'm going
a
to take
great
my
spot.
union mandated smoke break. All right, cool. Have a good time.
I had a good time.
No, I didn't. Listen, I had a nice weekend with the kids. You know, Friday night went out with you guys. Saturday, you know, my wife's been out of town for a couple days, so took my son out to dinner. Took the kids yesterday. Haven't been to Pastaria in a long time.
Oh, it's so delicious.
You know, Pastaria in Clayton.
Yeah, I still don't know if I've been or not. Did
Is
they
that
Did they have one? Did you and I go to one that's across from America Center before he closed it?
That was Pirano?
Proscino.
Proscino. No.
No.
The main streets of St.
that's in
Charles?
St. Charles.
No,
this was
it was,
across from.
Gerard Kraft opened up like a quick pasta place.
It was incredible. It was like the closest thing to that Brazilian style thing that I would talk about, where you pick a noodle, pick a sauce, pick a whatever, and they kind of chipotle it right there. It was.
He's opening up another one of those.
It was spectacular. What the heck was that called?
Pirano.
Was it? That doesn't sound right.
I believe it was. But we were sitting there yesterday, and the woman next to us, there was a woman sitting next to us, and she was by herself. And she, I guess she ordered a salad. Okay? And the tables are pretty right on top of each other. I don't know if you've been to a restaurant before where an influencer is sitting next to you.
Oh, no. Camera's out?
Camera's out. She spent about 20 minutes, and this was not like anybody they knew or not.
You're right.
It wasn't anybody working for the restaurant. This woman spent 20 minutes not touching the salad, but just taking pictures of it. Mm-hmm. I go, this is odd.
This could be your life.
I felt like, just eat the damn salad.
Did she eat it eventually?
Eventually.
Okay.
But it was it was 20 minutes. She walked around the table taking pictures of her salad.
That's ridiculous.
I can't wait to check out her Instagram. I should have asked her. But this is one of those, I said to the kids, I was like, give me your phones. Give me your phones. That's all. Let's just, the three of us, have a good meal together. And we're going to talk about our upcoming week. And we're going to enjoy ourselves.
I could just see your daughter putting her
She threw her
face-
phone on the table like this.
I love
Like
her.
pissed off.
She's so great.
And then I got mad because I'm like, we're going to have a nice dinner together. But there was a big new survey out on acceptable and unacceptable behaviors at restaurants. And I thought some of the results were surprising on here. All right, so I'm going to ask you guys if you think this behavior is an acceptable behavior at a restaurant or an unacceptable. Taking photos of their food, acceptable or unacceptable?
Acceptable.
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 It's your food, man.
I do it.
Yeah. Why not? Because you're going to promote.
As long as you don't set up like a whole thing where you're interrupting other people's meals.
Right.
Here's what it's unacceptable. You're standing on a chair. It's like a dark restaurant, and you got a flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people, though, say it is. 75% say it's acceptable. 13% say it's not acceptable. You should never take pictures of your food. Never. And how dare you? Let me see here. Sending back a dish that wasn't made as specified. Acceptable or unacceptable?
I mean, you're paying for it, right?
Sending back a dish that wasn't made as specified.
Acceptable. Sucks, but acceptable.
Yeah.
84% of people say it's acceptable. And I'm one of those where I will probably never send it back.
Same.
Me too.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll just eat it.
I've heard too many, or I just picture they're going to spit in it, so I'm like, nope.
It's not even that. It's like, I'm just going to eat. I'm just going to pick around whatever.
I'm just hungry.
I'm just hungry. What am I going to do? I'm going to watch everybody. Because of my dish, the whole meal's going to be thrown off.
Right.
Then it's going to be awkward as I sit there watching you guys eat.
Right. That's the thing that sucks because then everybody's got to wait.
No, and I'll say, go ahead. Go ahead and eat. It's fine. You screw up the timing of the entire thing. I'm probably going to eat it, but 84% say yeah, it's acceptable to send back a dish if it's not made right. Asking for a table near a power outlet to charge your devices.
It depends on what time of day. If it's like the afternoon and you're trying to do like a working lunch or it's a breakfast brunch, yeah, I think that's acceptable. But if it's dinner, no.
51% say it's acceptable. I'd like to be near an outlet, please.
I mean, you're asking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think asking is.
I don't think asking.
I think it's dorky, but I mean, like, or it's nerdy, but like, whatever.
And if they don't have one, then you're not doing it.
Yeah, it's not my
no
business.
tables are available.
Not my business why your phone is out of battery.
Bringing outside food or drinks into a restaurant, is that acceptable or unacceptable?
Probably more for parents, I would say, than
Don't
just
some
normal
restaurants
people.
you could pay a couple of bucks or whatever and bring your own or whatever? What's that called?
A corkage fee?
Yeah.
But that's
Corkage.
out. Yeah, that's for alcohol. But that's usually a place that don't serve alcohol.
Oh, okay.
That's usually a place that doesn't have their liquor license.
Yeah, it's like an evening place that's used to that kind of.
So they'll have
sort of
what they
scene.
call a corkage fee. Is they'll open up the bottle for you and charge you a little bit.
Which makes sense. I don't know, man. It depends on the place, depends on the type of
No,
day.
it's not acceptable to bring your outside food in.
Well, okay, but let's say I have a coffee and I'm walking in like a pretty walkable sort of place, and I go into like a dessert place that also sells coffee, but I'm there and I buy some macarons.
Okay, then they're probably not going to throw you out for that.
No, but it does feel weird going in, going, oh man, I'm bringing in somebody
It's
else's
weird.
coffee.
But let's say we
But-
go out to lunch and you order, and I'm like, I'm not eating that. And I bring my own stuff.
Well, that's
That's
different.
strange.
That's very
That's strange.
okay. Oh, whoa.
14%
This is where it
say
happens.
it's acceptable. 71% said no, not acceptable.
This is where it happens the most, and I bet you've done this, Riz. Let's say you're on a family trip, and the kids are arguing about what they're going to get, and one wants McDonald's, one wants Wendy's. They're literally next to each other. So the son goes and gets Wendy's, and he brings it over because the family's sitting down at McDonald's. Is that okay?
I don't think we've ever done that.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's okay. Because your
Uh,
kid's going to eat and he won't be grumpy and silly.
I think I would say you're not bringing that in here.
Really?
Eat outside.
Would you really
Yeah.
go there in your mind? Go there,
Yeah, I'm there.
and you would say, you can eat your Wendy's in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Eat it in the car.
Eat in the car.
Interesting.
Because haven't you done that too if you're on a trip with friends or something like that and they're at a place and you
not a
grab
food court.
food already and then they're like, hey, we're down here. And you,
It's not the mall food court.
all right.
Yeah, but now that I'm in here, when I finish my Wendy's, maybe I'll get an apple pie.
Is it acceptable to snap your fingers to get the waiter's attention?
No,
Of course.
it is
Oh,
not.
my God.
That drives me freaking nuts. That's an old timey. That's how you know you're old. You're snapping at hot
Yeah.
biscuits of servers. No, don't.
I
ever
worked for this incredible guy, but he would snap his fingers to get your attention or he'd whistle at you like, come here.
Also, the check writing hand signal is so dumb. Can you? Yeah.
Oh, I
check?
wouldn't put my hand up to do it. I would just do the. I would make like a squiggly line with my two fingers.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Why? That's the international signal for I
That
need to check.
sucks too.
Does it?
Don't hand signal the staff.
Why?
Okay.
What if they're slow?
Yeah.
What if
Well,
they don't know?
You're busy.
What if you
and
got
I
to-
wanna-
Then go up to the counter and go, hey, would you mind have an
There's no
interpersonal
counter.
moment? There is a counter. There's a station where they are checking
What?
you out. They're walking around. You see them. They're taking an order. I will walk up, approach respectfully, and say, hey, excuse me, do you mind next time you get a moment? We're ready
So
to
you
check
say
out.
it's unacceptable?
It's way worse.
Is it?
The international hand signal?
No, what are you
to
saying
walk
about
up
me?
to them while they're in the middle of something and be
Yeah,
like,
that's way
That's
worse.
almost like telling them like, when I waited tables, that's what it felt like to me. It would be somebody who'd be like, we're tired of waiting on you. So
No.
when you get a minute,
Yeah, I had to get up.
At least I'm
I
not
think
treating them like a dog and being like, oh,
I'm
I'm
not
not
saying
snapping.
snapping your
He's not
fingers.
snapping. He's
How
just-
dare you? I
he's
never
just
said I'm
communicating.
going to
Snap.
snap.
I'd rather approach a person and go, excuse me, I'm sorry.
No, the check signal, the squiggly air squigglies.
Yeah.
That's the hey, let's not waste any more time.
Yeah, I'm saving you steps.
I'm saving you. You don't need to come back.
I guess it's all bad then. None
Yeah,
of
I
that
don't
is
do
No,
good.
that's
I don't know,
good.
I think the only good
This
one,
air squigglies are not good.
the only way to get
Get
their
outta here, air
attention
squig-
is to go, yoo-hoo! I think that would, because no one's gonna
Pound
get
your
mad.
beer bottle on the table.
Viking style.
oh man, is it
Bar
acceptable?
wench.
Snapping fingers,
is it
never.
acceptable?
81% say it's not acceptable.
If you're
it's terrible.
if you're an old man waiting for your food at Breadco and you scream at the staff and say, "I've been waiting 25 damn minutes."
That's
acceptable, yeah. As long
Saw
as you're
that,
over
saw that
70.
yesterday. Had the worst experience I've ever had, by the way, and I'm just going to say it. Like
At a bread
at Breadco. I mean, we're
In the valley?
Yeah, in the valley after church
I'm
yesterday.
assuming this is after church
Dude, it
where
was-
you're all holy and stuff
That's a
like that.
good
Probably
location.
A little more,
It was the worst.
you have a little more grace.
The worst experience I've ever had, and I got to say, it's gradually been
Can
going
I-
downhill.
Can I not know in the story? Does it have to do with the self-serve garbage?
Well, first of all, the self-serve thing. If you're going to have those things, you got to clean them.
You got to clean them.
They were so nasty. There was like stuck things all over, and I was like avoiding
You know what I'm talking about?
buttons
When you go
because-
to Breadco and you got to bus your own table and they have like the little rubber bins.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're supposed to scrape food and
Yeah.
I'm fine
when
with
you
that.
leave people to their own devices to clean stuff, It's never going to be.
I
It's never
know.
going to be good.
I mean, the screens, the order screen. This thing looked like it was thrown up on. It was just so gross. Like somebody spilled coffee and it was all dry, and I was just like, oh God, how do I touch this? So that was nasty. Went to the bathroom right after that. And then we waited. We did wait over 30 minutes for our food. And to be fair, the galley back there was like, I'm sorry, we're behind. You know, it just looked like a panic back there. And 3 or 4 people.
Short-staffed.
Yeah, 3 or 4 people looked like they were new. I mean, it was a short-staffed sort of situation. But man,
And I bet you got the manager back there trying to do stuff too. It's a disaster.
yeah, I felt bad for them because they were working hard, and people were just standing around going, "What is going on?" And the other thing is, if you're there to work and not eat, okay, but don't take a 4-seater.
Oh, as a one.
As a table, yeah.
If you're a one taking up a 4.
People showing me that they're writing their novels and doing whatever else they're doing their work. Like, find that they got little single
you're a
booths
dick.
for that kind of stuff.
Especially when you
Drives
look
me
around
crazy.
and you don't read the room that it's full. Mm-hmm. And you're taking up a 4 top and you're 1. Cool. You're writing your screenplay. Great. Go to a 2.
Yeah, it was a bad experience. Super bummer, man.
I'm sure you're going to be very successful.
I was super bummed, but I did feel bad because some old guy hollered at him. Yeah, oh boy. And she goes, "I'm sorry, we're a little behind." He goes, "Yeah, you're a lot behind." It's like, okay, man, we
That
got
turkey
it.
bravo's not going to get made any quicker, buddy.
You're a lot behind.
That guy was not getting a bacon turkey bravo. He was definitely getting some sort of.
Is it acceptable to debate menu prices with the staff?
Yeah, because they're setting the prices.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
All right, I know the menu says this steak is $25, but I'll give you 20.
I've never seen that.
Ooh, I wonder what it would be like to haggle.
That'd be fun. We should do that.
Did you guys that were servers ever have anybody ever try to haggle prices with you?
No.
No.
I would be like the Hound in Game of Thrones if that was legal. That scene where he's like, "I'll have 2 chickens."
No, I want you to haggle prices
Yeah.
as if it's a swap meet or a garage sale.
I think that normally happens when parents are trying to get something for their kids that's not on the kids menu, or maybe they don't have a kids menu, or they're trying to haggle a smaller portion.
Oh, I see what
And I
you're
guess
saying.
that's acceptable, but no, like steak numbers or fish of the day numbers. No, what are you doing?
Oh, and it says market price?
Yeah.
No, you just accept what they market price. Usually I'm not ordering that because who knows?
I looked it up. Mahi right now is $27.
Oh,
20
you looked
yeah.
it up on your fish market?
Yeah, it's $15
Yeah.
a pound.
Can you imagine somebody going in there and arguing the market price?
Yeah, who's market? Who's market?
You're right.
Where are we getting these prices from?
That's a
I don't know.
great question.
Is it the fishmonger down?
Is it the Schnucks, seafood counter?
off
I don't know.
Olive?
Well, we have a tracker, and it shows that Japan's market right now is the highest in the world, so we're going by that one.
84% say it's not acceptable to debate prices with the staff. 8% say it's acceptable. Who are they?
Who are these
And I want to
people?
go out to dinner with them.
Those are the people that had the fathers that were just like, "Hey, son, everything's negotiable.
Never
And
pay full price.
And I mean everything."
Never pay full price. Is it okay to ask to be seated before your entire party arrives?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. That's an annoying rule.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
I don't like that rule.
I hate that rule as well, and that's the only thing I have against hacienda.
That they will not seat you.
That's so obnoxious. I understand it to a certain degree, but like if people are taking advantage,
I can see it if it's one person, but whenever you have a group of 6 and there's a person missing, they're like, nope, you got to wait till they're here.
Now I think
That's
it's
ridiculous.
I think it's at the advantage actually of the restaurant to seat incomplete parties.
Me too.
yeah, because you
Because
get
sit there
everybody
and
going.
drink. I always order a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get everybody
Might even
going.
get a nappy.
Yeah, or an appetizer. Always.
Well, so the reason we went to Breaktail yesterday is because the the original Pancake House had an hour and 40-minute wait.
You got to put yourself on the wait list.
Well, I didn't know. I forgot. It's been too long.
That's a wait list place
On an app, you mean?
on Yelp. You can
Oh.
put yourself on the wait list. Dude, when you were at church, you could put yourself on the wait
I
list.
opened that open table thing, and it didn't have it. It didn't have it listed.
You got to go to Yelp.
I messed up.
You really did.
I know. I walked in. We all walked in. The whole family. We parked. Got a nice spot. It was great. I
Oh,
backed
on a
in.
Sunday, man.
They said,
You're out of your mind.
This lady goes, it was like a younger gal, and she goes, it's going to be about an hour and 40. I went, whoa, all right, man. See you later. And she just looked at me like,
You're running a lot behind.
Like I was
and then you
the
ran
idiot.
out of there.
Dude, when you get to church,
Put my name in.
What time does service start?
It starts at 9:30. We get there at 10.
Okay.
9:29.
What time's it over?
I don't know. 11.
Right around 11.
Okay.
Oh, 11.
You put your name on the list when you go to church. And by the time you're done, I swear to God, on a Sunday morning, you go to the original Pancake House.
Mm-hmm. Just walk right in. Got to have the whole party, though.
Yeah, fine.
That's a whole party place, too, I think.
I'll check.
I don't know, man.
Too busy to check. They're like,
Oh,
just
they'll
go.
throw one of those heavy-ass mugs at you.
Place was slammed. Almost like one of those places that you should go in the dead of winter when it's cold, because there are so many people waiting inside that there were so many people waiting outside.
How many people you go with?
There was only 4 of us yesterday.
You ain't getting out of there for less than $80-$90.
Well, I mean, welcome to my life.
It's expensive.
Same thing happened at Breako.
Although campfire hash is pretty damn good.
I know, and I like the
Campfire
coffee.
hash.
I like the coffee mugs. It's got a big fat lip on it. I was really looking forward to that.
Flirting with the staff, is that acceptable or not?
Well, if you want to go home with them, like if you find somebody attractive and you flirt with them, then yeah. But just to do it, just to be willy nilly and try and get like a discount or whatever, that sucks.
I guess it's not, because my wife gets mad at me every time.
Yeah, well.
I mean, how serious are you?
How far?
How far are we going?
Yeah, it depends on how far you're going. That's a gray area. I think being, because, I made a lot of money like that. There is like an implied flirt going on, but some people go too far. I worked with a lot of gals that would be getting weird hugs from much older men.
Yeah.
She's like my daughter. I'm like, well, I hope you don't hug your daughter like that.
Yeah.
Because it grossed me out.
But
But you don't hug me like that when you leave, and I waited on you for 7 hours.
But would they think, it's part of the job, like...
That's what I mean. I think there's an implied. I think some people think that it is implied part of the job that like a female server has to endure.
Yeah, creepy guys.
Yeah, but I think that there's an acceptable amount of being kind, flirtatiously kind.
Yeah,
as
sure.
opposed to like being a creepo.
You know what I don't like? I don't like when waitresses or waiters sit at the table. Get a little too comfortable.
Really?
You ever in one of those situations?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Where they'll like slide into the booth.
it used to happen a lot more.
It doesn't happen much anymore.
No,
I made my money.
That's a young table thing.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
was fun.
Yeah, younger servers.
Did you do that, Rafe?
I had regulars that I would like kick it with for sure. That's how I made my money, man. I had a lot of repeat customers. I didn't have the goods. I didn't have nothing to shake. All I had was personality, baby. And I had to stretch it a long way because I worked with a lot of hot girls. I could see the disappointment in a lot of tables when I worked at Lori's place. I'd be working with my friend Laura, who's smoking hot, blonde, great personality. A table of dudes would sit down to watch the music, and when I would come up with my notepad, I could physically see their hearts break. And I'm like, chill out, boys. I got some dirty jokes for you. I had to even the scales.
I forgot when the last time it happened, but the wife and I were out to dinner, and it wasn't a fancy place or anything, but the waiter sat down next to me.
Wow.
And after we placed our order, it was very uncomfortable. And my wife goes, "What the hell was that about?" I go, "I don't know."
That was weird.
Maybe they wanted a three-way with you guys.
Oh, it's probably whenever you
Maybe.
patted the seat with your hand.
Over what I think I told the story of at the Mexican restaurant where the woman kept rubbing my back.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Oh, my gosh. That gave me goosebumps.
She kept rubbing my
I
back.
can't imagine
Every
that.
time she came to the table,
That's terrible. What restaurant was this?
she kept she kept doing the circle rub on my back, and enough where I put my back to the wall the next time she came because it was every
jeez.
time.
Was she older than you?
No,
Oh.
How much of a tip did you give? That's
I'm
a
gonna
good
give
tip.
the requisite 20,
Yeah. Oh.
Man.
and it's at a good restaurant.
And she was younger than you?
Yeah.
That's where everything turns really.
Maybe she hates the
Surprising.
show, and she's like, I know what'll get him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and she was very sweet about it. It wasn't. It was no.
She was like, I hate this guy
No,
and
it
his
was
stupid
nothing.
show. I'm just going to be real nice to his face, and I'm going to touch him. 'cause
It
he
was
doesn't wanna be
nothing
touched.
like flirty. It was just every time are you enjoying your dinner? Can I get you anything else? And every time she said that, she would rub my back.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
That makes me
don't
feel
touch
weird.
And I was like, ah.
Everybody stop touching
And my
each other.
wife loved it. Loved every single second of me being uncomfortable. Loved it.
That's awesome.
She probably put her a 20 to her at her
Please do
server
this.
station. Please.
Entertain me for the night. And I put my back up against the wall the next time. And you know what she did?
Touched your leg.
Rub my chest.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Under my shirt.
Scruff,
Yeah.
scruff your beard
Belly
like this.
good.
like your whole beard like this. Well, you want a dessert? I'm going to bring you to the dessert.
You know where they do it a lot is where they sit at your table is Hooters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
I think that's
the plan.
that's you know they're sitting at your table
Yep.
when you go to Hooters.
Have you ever
They're
got
AC
to
Slater in the chair, too.
Have you ever got
Yeah.
to a point at a restaurant that you became buddies with the staff? Because you went there enough? Because
Yeah,
back in the
Lion's
day,
Choice.
Mark, Joey, and I, and Lauren, we go down to the landing to the old spaghetti factory, and there's this awesome server named Zachary something Italian. So we started calling him Zachary Fettuccine, and he was so nice, but he would always come and hang out with us and sit down, and
Oh, yeah.
he was like part of the crew.
We did that at Lion's Choice because band practice would always end or begin at Lion's Choice. And, like, eventually, you know, Doyle would walk over and, like, yo, you guys want an extra beef and cheddar? Like,
Hell yeah, we do. Are you kidding me,
do,
Doyle?
man.
Rub
Sit
my
down.
back, yes.
Yeah, if you
still
let me
a-
give you a back rub, I'll give you.
There's still a set of regulars from Lori's that think my name is Raymond because I never corrected them. I waited on them for 13 years.
Hey, that's
Your name was Raymond.
They would brag about it. Be like, Raymond's our favorite, dude. We love when we come in here. And I just, like, it became funny to me, and I just let it hang out there forever.
Yeah, one day
We
they're
don't
going to
got
go
no
in
Raymond
there.
here.
They're going to talk about Raymond like being
They have.
their favorite, and then they're going to go, "We've never employed a Raymond here." And they're going to, it's at some point they're going to think, "Man, was that a ghost this whole time?"
What if they leave Raymond Williams all their money in their will?
That would suck. 'Cause they were loaded.
They don't know.
Oh, it's me. I'm Raymond. It's a joke. I thought it was funny. It's like me trying to, like, explain the bit to the IRS.
You were right about that Joy Craft thing. It's Purano pasta,
Yeah.
and an article in May of last year said it's coming back to Depair,
Yeah.
and it's going to open in March of this year. I can't wait for March.
Well, it's April, so it's probably open now.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
I found every article I
Well,
can.
things happen.
And here's another article in January in the RFT that talks about Purano and Depair opening March 2024.
All right, it's April. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And is it acceptable to allow your children to roam freely in a restaurant?
No,
5% say it is.
it's not.
5% of people say it is.
They're wrong.
Yep.
Of course you're wrong. It's never acceptable.
No.
Especially if they're ugly kids, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Leave
Nobody
them
wants
home.
your free-range kid coming over to the table and grabbing a fry, putting their sticky paws all over everything.
Oh.
Has that ever happened?
Yes.
Oh. All right. Well,
I
got me
watched it happen.
A little kid go up to another table
Oh,
and
dude,
take
there's
fries?
people come in, they just let their kid, like, wander, like, run around like it's a playland. And, like, I'm all about childhood joy and happiness, but it's like they would
That's
go up
where
like
you and I differ.
they would go up to other people's tables, and I'm like, you know, it's just like it was intrusive to other
Well,
people
why
dining.
didn't you say anything?
Me?
Yeah.
As a server?
Yeah, Raymond over here? Raymond's
Raymond
not going
don't
to
do
stir
that.
anything up.
Raymond's cool.
Raymond's trying to get a tip.
That's on management.
He's sitting down and
It
talking
is
to
on
them while they order.
management. I mean, I think people are tolerant of it, and that's why people think it's okay. But everyone hates it.
So you let one kid run around, then it's open season for all kids to run around.
Yeah. Well, I remember we had beads. Like the bathroom at Lori's place had like beads, kind of like a Hot Topic or the porno room of an old video store.
Yeah.
And people would let their kids come back, and they'd be back there running through the beads, ripping them down. And I'd be like, whose freaking kid is this? Come get your dumb... First of all, gross. These beads are probably disgusting because people are coming in and out of the bathroom
Yeah.
where they wash their hands. And I'm like, and your kids are like... And it was like one of those things where as soon as you went through them, the two doors were like kind of catty corner. Like women's are here, men's there. So like they were like running into people coming out
I mean,
of
it's a safety issue too. You got waiters and waitresses going around with hot food on trays.
Sure.
And you got your little brats running around. Come on.
Lock them up.
Lock them. Don't bring them out. Kids should stay home.
Leave them in the car.
Kids should stay home.
Crack a window.
All the time.
The only time I've ever seen something get really out of control with kids was two toddler type, toddler age kids at O'Charlie's. And I'm just trying to enjoy my bread rolls. You know what I'm saying? Those little puffy rolls. And they were jumping up and down. They were using, because it was like a booth. So they're kind of using the pad on the booth as like a trampoline.
Yep.
And they were doing that, and there was a couple on the other side. Because remember, there's like that partition with like the little piece of glass on top or whatever it was. And all I thought was, man, if one of those has a cup full of something, and it goes over there onto one of these people, we're going to see a fight. It's going to be wild.
And how about the parents just letting it happen?
Yeah.
How about the parents just letting it, like,
These are the type of, you can see them and go.
You're sharing you're sharing the same piece of wood, two different booths, but this kid's jumping on the one side and obviously shaking the other side. Where are the parents?
They were there in the booth. They didn't care.
Shame on you.
They didn't care.
Shame on you.
I get it though. Those rolls are good. Got it. Even if you should be keeping the kids home. Those rolls are.
I get it. I understand. I understand. All right, we got to take a break, but first. All right, that's brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, St. Louis home for Blues hockey. Also, leave your kids at home after a certain time at Hot Shots because they're not allowed.
Oh.
From Valley Park, Missouri, Laura Gilbreth is our team.
Laura.
Laura is a loyal point listener, podcast weird of the last 5 years, never misses the daily video stream while she works from home. Hey. Loves the first hour of chit-chat in the morning and the additions of both Rafe and Lern to the show within the last year. Chef's kiss. She also misses Jeff's humor, but is appreciative of the show for keeping his memory alive and well. Laura loves whenever the crew really gets into it, and she also thinks that Do It Bitch is the best game to ever be played on the air, which we will do tomorrow. Do It Bitch.
Okay, good to know.
Laura Gilbreth from Valley Park is our Team Riz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. Ooh. I tried not to look at the Rock Hall stuff.
Good.
So I know you're going to get into that.
Oh, yes.
Also,
did we make predictions about that?
We did. Doesn't I have that written down?
Or did I make that up in my head?
Probably.
I thought Moon wrote it down somewhere.
I have the Toy Hall of Fame picks.
Maybe that's
I
what we
have
did.
rock and roll induction picks.
Yeah,
All right,
there it
that's
is.
it.
There it is.
Yep. Oh, look at that.
All right, so let
I
Moon tell
really
us.
took notes.
Let Moon tell us who before you say who.
Okay.
All right, 7:16 Monday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Let me get the rock and roll out of the way. Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. We got a right-hand lane blocked due to debris on the road, 64 eastbound just after Lindbergh. Your point forecast, partly cloudy, high of 72. Right now it's 39 at the Point Studio.
Whole interview.
All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cam, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow@1057thepoint.com. Instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. Sex Time Fun Facts coming up. Sex Toy of the Week. If we have time, we'll play 3 and 5, give away some fabulous prizes, including tickets for Point Fest, tickets for Five Finger Death Punch, playing with Marilyn Manson, Cage Elephant, and we have Can You Feel the Punk Tonight tickets for the big show on Saturday night, May 11th, over at the Pageant. Moon, you were at a 9 Mile Garden on Saturday.
Yeah, that place is incredible.
Yeah, cool, right?
Oh, man, it's so cool. So cool. And they're doing it right, too. They're just going to continue to grow and do more events. And I met so many people.
Have you guys been down there yet?
No.
Dude, it's awesome.
Cool spot.
I met so many people from the area or kind of like they don't live necessarily close that have found that place and come all the time because perfect family-friendly sort of environment. We obviously watch the game there, but they have a giant screen.
Yeah, you guys did the Soccer 101 podcast live taping.
Yeah, and that's up to listen to if you want to check it out, or it's on. We did it live on the 101 ESPN YouTube, and dude, it was fun. It was so
They
fun.
got to stop with the draws on.
Yeah, it's been
soccer.
It's been a bum.
No,
It's
just
been a bummer.
period.
Yeah, but that was
You know what?
that was a great match.
I'm sure it was good. We need an ending.
That was an ending.
They got to start doing.
We got a
like,
point.
Penalty kicks.
Yeah.
You just
They got to
knock-
start
you
doing.
just knock it
penalty kicks.
off. Did you watch
got
the
to
game?
make it.
Did you watch the game? Because the draw is only that unsatisfying if you're seeing it on a score sheet and you're not actually watching. If you just watch, you'll get over what this whole argument.
I was,
How come
not,
they
I
don't
was
have-
not watching.
Nah,
The points actually be the score then.
I won't get over it.
I'm sorry.
Like you said, the points. Why aren't those actually somehow into the score so you can see who had the most points and actually won the game?
What? No, I'm saying it's just like hockey. And
Yeah, I
there,
know.
there is a goal differential that does matter if the points are the same at the end.
Right, for tiebreakers
when
and
it
stuff
comes
like
to
that.
tables.
But like hockey, you go to overtime a little bit, do a little overtime, and then if there's not a conclusion, we go to shootout,
you can't
and
do
we
that.
have a winner and a loser.
You can't do that all the time. Then
Why?
because then you're adding on 2 more halves and all this kind of stuff to these teams that sometimes, depending on the leagues and depending on their standing.
No, they don't play full. They don't play a full period for overtime. They play like a couple minutes.
Right.
You do a couple minutes, and then we do shootouts, right?
Yeah.
But when they put you in charge, you can.
They're not
can
gonna ask
do
me.
that. It's
The
great.
goalie should fight.
Yeah.
There should be more fighting in soccer.
I wonder
Take
why
a
there
clue from
isn't.
hockey. Let them rough it up out there a little bit.
It was a
Instead
physical
of flopping,
game.
they
Well,
should
that-
be able to. Yeah, but it's all fake physicality. They like.
No,
Oh, I
there's
saw
a
that
big
Klaus
hit.
guy. I saw
okay.
that Klaus
It's a
guy.
fake physicality and you
That
guys
hit
are
was
just
crazy.
I know.
You
I
guys
saw
suck.
that Klaus
Watch
guy.
the sport and then talk about
I'm going
it.
to compliment him.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the compliment. Okay, let's
That
go.
Klaus guy shouldered some dude out of the way,
Yeah, he knocked
like
him.
sent him to another
He
planet.
knocked him back a week.
He lost a couple of days.
It was physical. It's a rivalry, and there was a lot of arguments. Like, can you have a rivalry after only one season? And for sure, you can.
I got up Sunday morning. I said, "Ooh, Alexa, who won the St. Louis City SC match?" And then it was a draw. What, 3-3?
3-3.
Who
You
cares?
threw Alexa off the
I was like-
balcony.
Nah, a draw.
It's a
It's
bummer.
fine.
At least it wasn't 0-0.
It was much better to get a point though in those last few minutes than the loss.
Congratulations. Battlelux won.
It was cool. Hey, 9 Mile
Yeah,
Garden, by
they
the way,
crushed
the food trucks down there, incredible food. The weather was nice. It was soccer weather, so
Yeah,
a little
a
bit
little
chilly.
chilly.
But they had a whole bunch
in
of
the air.
fire pits, and there was just like kids everywhere playing games,
great.
throwing footballs, kicking soccer balls. It was what a cool scene, and I'm bummed that I don't have one like next to me.
Did you drive past it?
Yeah, parking.
Did you?
To be
Did you
honest,
like?
yes, I did.
Right?
Half
I
a block.
told you.
Yeah, then I came back. But there,
Because you put it in Waze and it doesn't take you there.
yeah, it takes you
somewhere
to
else.
like the strip mall that's just like kind of next to it. But what a freaking cool spot!
It is a cool spot.
That is a spot that I wish if I could walk to that, I would be there 3 or 4 times a
Really?
week. Oh my gosh, yeah.
I did a comedy show there one time, and it was like, how they have the little stadium seating where you can watch the game?
Yeah.
We were in like the little patio that's off to the side of that, and there, the food truck, there's like a lot going on. Comedy's hard anyway, outside, and there was a dude doing fire dancing down in the...
Yeah.
So I'm like telling jokes, and I'm watching a guy like spin 2 fiery flames, and there's little kids going, yeah!
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I wanted to go over there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I love you, buddy. But if there's rave stand-up comedy and a guy spinning fire,
I'm going.
I'm going fire
You're
every
making
day.
my argument for me. I wanted to wrap it up and go watch the fire guy. I even said it. I go, guys. Honestly,
You guys
we can
wanna
all
watch
agree.
Fire Guy?
We all just want to turn around and watch the fire guy, right? I was like, let's just do that and I'll finish. And the entire audience turned around, watched the fire dance, then turned back around and let me finish telling jokes about my wiener, which was nice.
That's what he goes by, Fred the Fire Guy.
Yeah, he was crushing.
Yeah, listen, I know I can't compete with Fred the Fire Guy, so let's all just turn around. We'll watch him for a little bit. We'll come back and do some comedy.
It was very impressive.
All right, so O.J. Simpson, yes, he has passed. And now I guess they're just going to start selling off his stuff. or stuff that people have of his now that OJ's hot again. You're going to see stuff kind of hitting the auction block. How much would you pay for OJ Simpson's Bank of America credit card?
So active.
Unusable, right? I'm not buying that ever.
OJ Simpson's Bank of America credit card has hit the auction block.
You got to take the person. You got to take the person out of it and just think about the continued value as far as the memorabilia crap. What do you think it's probably worth?
I'm gonna say
$200.
$5,000.
I don't have a price because it is going to auction.
This is
so
so
you
weird.
can.
Like imagine having his license.
That's one thing.
But
a
this
credit card is really weird.
It says. I mean, I saw a picture of it. It's expired last year. It's a Bank of America red that just says OJ Simpson. It's it's nothing special. It just says OJ Simpson, the number, and everything that would be on a credit card.
It actually says OJ.
Yeah.
Not his full name.
It doesn't say Orenthal James.
That's a no for me, dog.
So the guy is selling this thing at Golden Auctions, which is a very big auction house.
How did he get it? Does he have to say how he got it?
He said he snagged the card, this guy, on eBay last summer for $70. He got it on eBay for $70 last summer. He had planned to gift the card to a friend's dad, who apparently used to chill with OJ and Nicole Brown Simpson in the Hamptons in the 80s and early 90s.
He's going to get $2,500 for this.
Yeah.
Right? Don't you think?
Yeah,
Somewhere
I mean,
around there.
and you could look at a picture of the card. It displays mild, peripheral wear and tear. Small spots of light discoloration.
Signature on the back?
Signature on the. Does it have the signature?
Oh, it should.
Ooh.
It better.
Yeah, that is
matters.
something. That matters.
does
in
For
that.
sure matters.
Oh, no.
I mean,
look it up.
how is that not the question asked immediately?
By the way, what do you do when you get that thing? I was watching Conan O'Brien Must Go, and the first episode, I think they go to Norway, and this guy has a receipt framed at his house, and it's framed because the total was $69.69. Like, do you frame the O.J. Simpson credit card at your house?
I would. I would, and I would be like, "Guys, want to see something? You guys want to see something cool?" This is when you have people over the house.
Look
You
at
want
it.
to see something cool?
Yeah, you got this in a little shadow box.
I got this for $150, dude.
OJ
Dude, this
Simpson.
is-
It says business account.
Yeah,
by the way.
Yeah,
business
and it's
account.
did you see it's the Cutco credit card where you get like a
Oh, it's a
discount for being
Cutco
a
one,
membership?
even better, right?
Yeah, you get a membership there at Cutco. That's awesome.
Wait, are you being serious?
What?
I'm
You know,
Stop
like
it.
a Bass Pro.
It's got
No.
a knife on the front of it.
No.
yeah, I wonder what the
You are
cash
full of
reward is. I can't get a picture of the back, which leads
Oh, here it is.
me
Here
to.
it is. Here it is. Here's the back.
Okay, it does.
No signature.
No.
Okay, yeah, then.
Oh, it's signed yours truly.
Hello, Visa. It's yours. too.
Hello. Bank of America Visa, yours truly. It says
Oh,
OJ
man.
Simpson business account. The number
But
valid
it doesn't have the
123.
signature. Ow, man! I say
Yeah, that
$1,000.
because
Yeah,
is
I
it
think
even
$1,000
real?
bucks.
Is the question.
Oh no, it's real. It's legit. I mean,
Okay.
this auction house is like. In fact, the auction house owner used to have a reality show, and this guy's like probably the biggest name in auction, like sports auctions.
Oh man!
The owner says, with OJ's recent passing, this card is a small piece of that story, and we could see some exciting numbers at the auction. If this means anything, he plans on donating 10% of the final sale to the National Network to End Domestic Violence. The auction
Nice.
ends on Thursday. So that's Golden Auctions, Goldin. Golden Auctions, if you want to.
That's the guy that had the show.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah. It was on like Netflix or something. I watched a couple
It was
episodes.
a
It was interesting.
Whole documentary.
Yeah.
Whole big commercial, but a good one.
Yeah. All right. Today is April the 22nd. Back of the day, 54 years ago, 1970, the first Earth Day was celebrated. Today is Earth Day. I will have my every year 21 aerosol can salute.
Please.
Thank you.
You are a jerk. By the way, Earth Day Festival was hopping in Forest Park this weekend.
I
They did
saw
a great
pictures.
job.
And your husband was down there
He was.
setting stuff up, right? One of the organizers.
Ton of Riz Show listeners, too, walked up to me. It was sweet.
Yeah, it looked great. It looked great. Nice day yesterday, too.
Got to see inside of a Rivian truck. Very
yeah?
cool. The
Oh, yeah?
Amron's got
Those
one.
are cool.
The Amron Rivian was there, fully electric. It was
I see a lot
badass.
of
Dude.
those.
Is the
on the
pickup
road.
or the SUV?
This was pickup.
How'd it look? It feel good?
It just looked cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
46 years ago, 1978, John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd first appear as the Blues Brothers on SNL. 35 years ago, 1989, Madonna's single Like a Prayer hits #1. 30 years ago, 1994, Richard Nixon dies of a stroke at the age of 82. 26 years ago, 1998, Disney's Animal Kingdom opens in Florida. 24 years ago, in the year 2000, following the orders of Attorney General Janet Reno, federal agents raided the home where Elian Gonzalez was hiding.
Oh my goodness!
Remember that famous
I
picture?
remember that. Yeah.
And they reunited the boy with his father. 22 years ago, 2002, Deep Throat star Linda Lovelace dies from injuries she suffered in a car crash. She was 53. 20 years ago, 2004, Pat Tillman, killed by friendly fire in Afghanistan. He's the NFL player who enlisted in the Army because of September 11th. And 14 years ago today, in 2010, Brett Michaels had a brain hemorrhage. Thankfully, he did not die.
Did you
2 weeks in the hospital, made a full recovery.
Did you ever see that Pat Tillman documentary?
No, I didn't. Good? It's
Worth
good?
it. Incredible. It's very sad,
Yeah, I think that's why I haven't
Very
watched it.
sad.
Sounds good.
but
I don't
it's
want to get sad.
no, it's good information. I think you should see
I
it.
don't want to be sad.
Yeah, right. He loves sadness.
I don't like sadness.
Did you watch Locked Up? I was texting all you guys about it.
No. That's on my list. I binged The Floor.
Is that the making of Akon's first hit single?
No, it is not. This is
It's me when I start eating cheese again in May.
it's
Locked
a
Like that.
reality show about this Little Rock, Arkansas prison where this part of the prison, they do a reality show with all these felons and they have to learn to live in a community. They're locked up for 23 hours a day, only out free range for 1 hour a day. And they said, hey, we're going to see if you guys can do this. If you can become a community in here and live amongst yourselves with no fighting or contraband or any of this stuff, it's free range.
Oh, I thought that was called Unlocked.
I'm sorry, Unlocked, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Did I say Locked Up?
I saw,
Locked Up.
Unlocked.
I saw the preview. Unlocked Up.
It's fascinating.
So it
It
looks
looks
good?
interesting.
Yeah,
it is good?
It's watch
looked
3
decent.
It's a
episodes
social
of it.
experiment.
It's a social
So
I
does it
experiment.
watched the
work?
preview. It looked pretty cool.
I watched Rob Lowe's The Floor.
It's a great show.
I binged it.
Ooh, yeah. How's the floor?
It's great.
Okay.
He's so
it's
tan.
great. He's so tan, Rob Lowe.
And gorgeous.
He's so tan, so handsome.
So 10.
But that's a good show, man. It's actually like
Is it?
enjoyable.
Speaking of enjoyable, we finished up Outer Range. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
a great one.
And I saw
Second one's on its way.
Dune 2. My son and I did.
Mm.
Holy smokes, that movie is
Dune 2.
amazing.
Yeah.
But, and I know Lern saw it without seeing Dune 1,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure it's great. It's obviously a great movie on its own. You got to see Dune 1 beforehand, just so you can see the character arc and all that kind of stuff. So
Get
if you're
reminded of everything.
not only that, but like if you don't know, if you didn't read the book, which none of us did, you got to see the first
Yeah, I
one.
wasn't a
so-
straight A student.
just so you can know where the characters, came from.
And I finished Fallout, which was
Good.
Oh yeah, I started that last
surprisingly
night.
beautiful, just incredible story and great job on that.
Well, it's
whole
good.
deal.
It's pretty wild. TV is awesome again.
Yeah.
I like me some Goggins.
God, he's
Goggins,
so
yeah.
good.
He's
He's
Yeah,
good
good.
and everything.
Let's do Crap on Celebrities. All right, here we go. Time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
All right, so we'll get to the inductions. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation released its class of 2024 yesterday. And so, Moon, let's go through each of our picks if you have that up.
Okay, let's see.
And write down what you picked, please.
Okay, so this is with Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey,
Yeah.
Cher, Dave Matthews Band. Okay, Lern is one vote for Lenny Kravitz.
All right.
Lern is one vote for Peter Frampton.
All right.
Lern is one vote for Foreigner. And Lern also picked Ozzy.
Okay.
Now, Rafe has picked Mariah Carey. Rafe has also picked Oasis. Rafe has picked Ozzy.
Uh-huh.
Rafe has picked Tribe Called Quest. Riz has picked Foreigner.
Yeah.
And then it looks like you skipped Oasis and went right to Sinead O'Connor. You also picked Ozzy. You also picked Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, I thought Sinead was going to get the vote for Just Dying. Mm-hmm. I thought she was going to get the just died, induction.
That's something else that we'll talk about.
I picked Mariah Carey. I picked Kool and the Gang. I picked Oasis. I picked Ozzy. And I picked, that's it, I guess.
You didn't pick Foreigner?
No. It was just you and Lern on Foreigner. That's it. King Scott then picked Oasis, Sinead O'Connor, Ozzy, and I guess it was those three.
What?
Oh.
I didn't pick all of them?
Picked Ozzy twice, which we warned you against.
I guess.
Anyway.
I wonder what else I picked.
Everybody picked Ozzy. That was the only one that all of us picked.
Well, Lern,
Well,
who's in?
And then Oasis had...
we're actually going to let the music do the
Wait,
talking.
wasn't
Let's start
Matthews
with
on
the
this?
classic rock bands that
What
are
is
going in for 2024.
What'd you say, Scott?
Wasn't Dave Matthews on that?
Dave Matthews is
I
on
voted
there.
for him.
I don't have your name on there. Sorry.
All right.
All right, here are the classic rock bands going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, class of 2024. All right, Ozzy's in.
We're smart.
We all got that right.
That was all of our first picks.
Frampton, huh?
Lern is 2 for 2.
Ah, dude, they got it right.
Lern is 3 for 3.
Foreigner's in.
Yep. So now let's go to other artists that aren't rock and roll.
Oh, I got all goosebumps there. Like my legs
Tingled out.
tingled out here in Jukebox Hero.
The music of Foreigner, dude.
Wowie.
I'm so happy for him.
Wow. Let's go to the
So
other
happy
bands.
for him, guys.
Got a rock hall boner.
And you know what? Good for Peter Frampton, too.
It's true.
All right, here are the 5 others. They got 5 others, okay.
Cher.
Cher.
Great. No, you're wrong.
Cool in the Gang?
Cool in the Gang.
All right, I'm on the board.
Mary J.
Oh,
Blige.
Mary J. Blige. Let me change the diction.
Nobody picked her. Can I kick it?
Oh, Drop Call Quest.
All right.
Summer category. Artists who have created music whose originality, impact, and influence has changed the course of rock and roll. It was Mary J. Blige, Cher, Dave Matthews Band, Foreigner, Peter Frampton, Kool and the Gang, Ozzy, and A Tribe Called Quest.
I will tell you, surprised about Lenny Kravitz.
Same. Okay, so I just tallied up our votes. So I have 3. Rafe got 2. Riz got 2. Or I'm sorry, no, Riz got 3. King got 2, and Moon got 2.
I will say,
congratulations to
in
us.
our defense, Oasis shot themselves in the foot.
Big time.
We did these picks months ago before Liam Gallagher told them to stick it up their butt.
Oh, I
Yeah.
picked Oasis, too, didn't I?
I think
Not
so.
fair.
Rafe, Moon, and King picked Oasis.
Oh.
I think they would have gotten in if they had kept their mouths shut. But then once they spouted off about
Not
how
wanting
stupid
it.
it was
Yeah.
and not wanting it, I'm like, well, they're out.
Probably right there. I am surprised that Sinead O'Connor didn't get in. I mean, especially with what was Kate Bush got in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you
what
would
a
have got the
joke.
death vote.
I'm not saying she's a joke. I'm just saying that doesn't make any sense.
Well, the Death Vote is part of the Musical Influence Award. Artists whose music and performance style have directly influenced, inspired, and evolved rock and roll. And there's 2 deceased people on this list: Alexis Korner, Big Mama Thornton, and John Mayall, who's not dead. Musical Excellence Award, Jimmy Buffett, who's dead, made that list. MC5, Dionne Warwick, and Norman Whitfield will get the Music Excellence Awards. The Ahmet Ertegun Award is going to Susanna De Passe, who's a Motown executive. So that is your 2024 induction.
I tried to explain to my son yesterday who Oasis was because we were driving around and something. Oasis song, Supersonic, came on in the car. They go, who's this? I said, Oasis. I said, at one point, they were probably the biggest band in the world.
Yeah. They're even bigger than the Beatles.
They'll never get in. They don't want it, and they'll never get it.
Well, Rage Against the Machine said they didn't want it. They got
They
it.
just,
Which
they
meant
kind
they
of
wanted
deserve
it.
to get it. What did Oasis do to change things?
I mean, they were the biggest, at one point, they were the biggest rock band in the world.
But did anybody take what Oasis was doing and do something? Like, what band took that influence and is Oasis of now? Like, Rage Against the Machine did something where it was a catalyst for many bands of that time. Like, the new metal bands all over the place, I think, had Rage Against the Machine in their back pocket. That's my opinion.
I just think they were a great band.
All right, they are great.
The
but I'm trying to
criteria
help.
of changing things is pretty loose, though. I
You
mean,
think?
if you look at who they've been inducting the last couple of years,
Ooh.
Don't you think so? I mean, there's some that like might belong there as far as like their hits or their commercial success, but changing things.
And good for Peter Frampton.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him.
I am too.
Hey, I just got to say real quick, I
Who's
do
the
have a
underdog?
connection to one of the winners, Cool in the Gang. Their manager drove me to the airport once.
Oh,
I love
story.
it.
Big deal. Pretty big deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
The 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
LAX, by the
induction.
way.
I can't wait till they put
LAX?
your
Yes, he went
credit
out of
card
his
up
way
for
to
it.
Get out of here. You're too famous for this show. The induction is going to be held on October 19th at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland. It's going to be streamed live on Disney Plus with an ABC special airing at a later date and available on Hulu the next day. So, yay. A mysterious Slipknot billboard has appeared in Indio, California that has the band's logo and two phrases, "One Night Only" and "Long May You Die," along with the web address youcan'tkillme.com.
Who's this?
This is Slipknot.
Oh.
A 1999 style website, and the band launched a few months ago. People are saying that that they're getting ready to bring that metal festival back to Indio.
Oh,
and-
Not Fest.
This is an
not
awesome
Fest.
website.
What was the Power Trip festival? Power Trip last year that had all the metal bands. They think that maybe this is Slipknot headlining one of those nights.
By the way, I don't know if you're going to talk about Fish at the Sphere.
I'm not, but it looked incredible.
Everybody's saying they did 4 nights. Every night was different, so they didn't do the same. Like U2 did 40 shows. Every show was the same. Fish did 4 nights of everything was different. They said it was unbelievably amazing.
The visuals looked unreal. They are unreal, but U2 was great. Fish took psychedelia to like an entire new level
Right.
with their visuals.
So is this going to bring Fish to a whole new generation of people?
I just think people were on the
Honestly-
best trips of their lives in the Sphere.
Honestly, I think it's more about the Sphere. And I'm telling you guys, it doesn't matter who's your most hated artist. Like, who would you hate
Ted
to
Nugent.
be forced to see live? It would still
Oh
be
my God,
incredible
I'd
at
love
the
to see
Sphere.
Ted Nugent in there.
Okay, who
you imagine the
do you hate the
visuals?
most? Because I'm sure there's a few.
Now, as much as I don't like Radiohead, I'm sure Radiohead in the Sphere would be great.
Yeah, they would.
I'm saying that's what, you hate Radiohead, and you would love.
I'm
them
sure
at
I
the
would
Sphere.
love.
Jethro Tull.
Oh yeah,
I'm
it
sure
would be the-
Jethro Tull would be
Oh,
great in
Andy
the Sphere.
Anderson with his flute. Get the hell out of here, dude.
I saw
mean,
an interview with Trey Anastasio, who's the lead singer of Fish, and he said the way the sound system is there, it's a precision sound system
Yeah, everything is just absurd.
where you could stand in one spot and hear a song in English and just move over and you could hear the same song in German. You'd have different
That's crazy.
Holy smoke.
the way it's pinpoint sound. It's
Wow.
wild.
It
Anyway,
looks cool, man.
Taylor Swift's Tortured Poets department has broken the Spotify record for most streamed album in a day. The track Fortnite, featuring Post Malone, is the most streamed song in a single day. The album sold 1.6 million copies in a single day, which is pretty unheard of anymore. And 600,000 of those were on vinyl.
anybody listen to it?
I listened to a
yet.
little bit of it.
I heard it is not good.
Oh.
Like reviews are not great.
What about
Who
the
did you
Post
talk to?
song?
An old man?
No, I read
Oh.
a couple things. Did you see that thing about Paste Magazine?
No.
Okay, there's an article in Paste Magazine, which is a music rag. And they are not so the critic did not give the album a glowing review.
Okay.
And they're not posting the byline because the last time a critic from that particular publication wrote something bad about Taylor Swift, they got death threats.
Oh, my God.
Gosh.
Calm down.
That's why.
But that's where we're at now. This is a brand. It has nothing to do with the music. It's the brand, and you can't say bad things about the brand.
No, because Tiger Beat gave it a really good review. I read that one.
And this isn't the only brand that you can't say bad things about.
well-
It's happening elsewhere as well right now.
That's really silly.
Let me see here. Review: worst lyricism to date, irredeemable, relentlessly cringe, high on her own supply.
I mean, that might be a little brutal. There's a way to say that it's not the best, without tearing it to pieces. But my daughter, who's the biggest fan that I know of, said, she goes, it's not for me.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa.
Uh-oh. Are things turning
I was
for
like,
Taylor?
I was like, but it is for you.
Right.
It's supposed
And
to be
this is
for
from
you.
Paste Magazine again. No byline. Taylor Swift strikes out looking on the Tortured Poets department. Swift is the most famous musician, arguably person on earth. But on her latest album, she can't help but infantilize the very people who buy into her music and drive her success upwards in the first place.
Listen, you can't take away what she has done. She's
No, of course
reinvented herself multiple times. these records have usually progressively gotten more interesting and more interesting. I haven't heard this one at all. But the fact that there are people out there that want to give it an honest review that feel like they can't because they're going to get death threats or not be published or affect the ratings of whatever their publication is. Like, I mean, this is the power of brand. It has nothing to do with the product anymore.
Yeah.
And this is, and never mind her case, it's happening everywhere.
Well, guys, there's some music we can get behind, and it's Dave Grohl with members of Anthrax, Charlie Benante and Scott Ian. They're doing a good thing. They covered Bad Brains' track, The Regulator. Proceeds from this are going to Bad Brains singer HR, who is suffering some health stuff right now. I want to play it. This thing is 1:50. Oh, is this Fish?
This is just
Moon's
a couple.
got Fish up on the...
Yeah, let's hear it. Do you mind potting it up?
you want me to put a little...
I mean, the visuals are trippy,
Here's a little
bro.
This is Fish at the Sphere. I mean, it's Fish is the, it's jamming.
But, I mean, but look at the visuals. Like,
That's their visuals?
yeah, this is just the
It's
very
wild.
beginning.
I got to get over that. But I want to. I know you say that you can go see your most hated band there. I just want to see somebody I really love. I want that
Oh
full
yeah,
experience.
extra bonus. I mean, seeing you two was, I mean, it was
Yeah, that's
emotional.
perfect.
It was spiritual.
Yeah.
It was
All right, here's
sweet.
that
This is the Bad Brains.
Grohl, Benante, and Ian.
Yes.
Bad Brains, The Regulator.
GBI.
That's cool.
So Anthrax was at Dave's 606 Studios doing a new Anthrax record, and then this news about Bad Brain singer HR came out with his health issues. Guys in Anthrax and Dave Grohl too, they're like, let's get together and do something, and so they decided to do this, and all the streams from the track, and if you buy it, we'll go to help him out. And it makes me wonder, because now that Josh Freese is going back on tour with Maynard and A Perfect Circle, will Probot come back? Dave Grohl's metal
That's
band.
heavy metal.
Yeah, because, I mean, he has the time, it seems like, and I think that it would do him some good. He's probably got a lot of anger pent up about various things. And
Tool in the Sphere.
would be incredible.
Would you go see that?
I would. Yep. That's one of my top. I was talking to some listeners over the internets this weekend, and who would people want to go? Tool's up there for me. I'd like to see Lady Gaga. I'd like to see the Foo Fighters. Yeah, 9 Inch Nails. I think any of those bands and singers would be great.
John checking in on the instant feedback about Taylor Swift. There's a song that drops like 25 F-bombs, or the whole album does?
Yeah, there's a Kim Kardashian song where she's I just read this morning. She's calling Kim Kardashian out, and she spells Kim with whatever the title of the song is, and she's saying like F Amy or whatever, and that's supposed to be Kim.
yeah.
Knowing a market of teenage girls, there's one song in the new album that drops the F-bomb around 25 plus times. It's seen a lot of criticism for the amount of explicit language.
Yeah.
It was very
Interesting.
cool.
That's always I saw a lot of criticism for some like racially insensitive, like kind of dumb lyrics she put up. I was
she
looking
wanted
it
to
up.
go back to the 1800s.
Yeah, there's a song called I Hate It Here, where she says, my friends used to play a game where we could pick a decade we wish we could live in instead of this. I'd say the 1830s, but without all the racists and getting married off the highest bid. And the timeline's wrong. Like the Civil War began in 1860. They were just saying like it was like white privilege, basically, which, only white people want to travel back to those times. And saying, it just seemed very...
Yeah, but if I ever said I want to travel back and maybe see what it's like in the 18, that doesn't mean I'm endorsing...
Yeah,
No, I think the
kinda
song
weird.
was more like
It's talking about the
she was like
freedoms
trying to
at the
be.
That's a weird critique.
Yeah.
I think she was just trying to I just think it was a very shallow shot at. It wasn't a very well thought out lyric in terms of was the criticism I was seeing was like, I want to live back then without all these racists, and it's like just didn't seem like a very.
Well, if she puts it that way, that's interesting.
So I don't know. That was like the big meme criticism I was seeing online. Went over big in my house. Tina sent me several Taylor Swift songs to solve every problem in my life right now.
Oh, good.
Whatever I was complaining about, She's like, I know this sounds crazy, but there's a new T Swift song on this double album that reminds me of that. And I'm like,
all right.
Yeah,
Thank
my
you.
sister too was like, "Can I send you the ones that I love the most?" I go, "Please don't." my sister and I get into so many arguments because she's like, "You're anti-feminist if you don't like Taylor." I'm like, my God,
See, and
it's
that's
just
what I
not
mean.
me.
That's the brand.
I know.
I'm curious what the
That's the
overlap
brand.
is.
Zero
That
sum
doesn't make
thing
any
with her.
sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
I love women. I'm pro women, but like I don't like the lyrics. I do not like the storytelling that is going
And
on.
that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
I love what she's done.
It's
I
not for
appreciate her.
you.
I love Taylor's.
The same thing is going on with Beyonce.
People-
Like, you can't criticize Beyonce. You don't like black women? No.
And I love Beyonce.
And that song
I just
is
don't like the song.
All right,
It's fine.
Music is subjective, and it's okay. Everything's okay. Let's move on to movies, you guys. This is huge. Ryan Reynolds yesterday took to social media to announce the brand new trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine will be released today, later on. There was a teaser that was out. Deadpool and Wolverine will be out on July 26th. We have some audio of the teaser. I know that this is radio.
There's been so much teasing with this. I don't care. I think they've made me not care about Deadpool at all. I feel like there's been 6 movies. You know what I
is
mean?
the
just
third,
with all
right?
this. Yeah, just with
I
all
mean,
the
there's
stuff.
been so much. I feel like I've been inundated with promos since 2001
They
for
said
Deadpool.
this is not a new Deadpool movie.
Right.
It's not a Deadpool
Does anybody
movie.
feel a little overexposed with the Deadpool crap? Am I the only one? Maybe I'm the only one.
I never saw the second one, so I don't.
They're good.
Are they?
They're good.
Yeah,
I've just seen the first one.
they're great movies, but just leave me alone until they're out.
Here's
Here, well, close your ears.
little teaser.
Look, eventually, you're going to hang up the claws, and it's going to make a lot of people very sad. But one day, your old pal Wade's going to ask you to get back in the saddle again. And when he does, say yes. I've always wanted to ride with you, Logue. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, the whole thing is their relationship is wacky and funny, and
Yeah, it's fine.
Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
And I love both of those guys. I just feel like Ryan Reynolds is like, he's so likable. Everything's so great. But it's at some point, I feel like he's in bed with me. You know what I'm saying?
just
Like
tell
at
you,
some
Hugh
point, I'm like, will you go home?
Hugh Jackman, what can't the man do?
Please.
He
Can I
can
just be alone?
sing.
He's everywhere.
He can dance.
I
he
just
can
feel like
act.
Ryan Reynolds is
He's
Thanks.
newly divorced, so he's out on the prowl. Goodness. This excites me, though. Maybe this will light you up, Mood. Seth MacFarlane confirmed plans about a movie for Family Guy. He was at a festival. He says, I have known what that movie will be for the last 15 years. I just haven't had the time to get to it, but I do know what it will be. MacFarlane's also creating 2 unique episodes of Family Guy for Hulu, one for Halloween and another one for Christmas coming up. I look forward to that. I
Would have
love
been
Seth
cool 15
MacFarlane.
years ago when, remember everybody was talking about Family Guy?
Yeah.
I still love the show.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
I haven't
still
seen
love
it in a long time, but
Yeah. It still slaps.
it's yeah.
Okay.
It's got its.
God, nobody's happy on the show today. We all suck.
I love the Family Guy.
I told you I was very excited for Foreigner.
Okay. David Beckham has sued Mark Wahlberg, you guys, his F45 fitness company.
Guys, can you? David Beckham saw me.
He's getting sued. God, so much breathing.
$10.
Beckham's company D8 Ventures Limited says the soccer star was duped into working with F45 by Wahlberg,
Isn't that duped him?
agreeing to
duped
become
me.
the company's global ambassador. And he says he's lost more than $16.4 million when stocks he was promised were withheld until after the share prices sank.
It's a sure thing.
Mark Wahlberg's camp wants Beckham's suit to be tossed out, please. And finally, we will end it on this. Maybe you'll go see this at the Sphere. The Wiggles have released an album with EDM versions of different songs. So yes, if you've ever been watching that with your children and wondering, hey, what would this sound like at a rave? We now know what that would sound like.
Sweet.
Hit it.
And she wants to drop Molly.
That's all right.
I mean, it's kind of good.
Jump to the front and back.
I'll tell you all about it.
Jump to the front and back. It's gonna be a fruit salad treat. Fruit salad.
All right. that.
Okay.
That's awesome.
That is your crap on
That's the best new album
celebrities.
this week.
The weirdest report I've ever done.
Man, what what happens if you find your kid in the living room, got the pacifier in and just,
Glow sticks.
yeah,
What's Pitchfork say about that?
eyes closed and doing this and strobe lights going on.
Paste
Paste
magnet.
magazine.
You think you got death threats over Taylor? I dare you to pan the Wiggles album.
Oh, man.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Machine Gun Kelly is 34. Amber Heard is 38. Daniel John, Silverchair singer, who was married to Natalie Imbruglia. I love Daniel Johns. By the way, I've been watching the show called The Last Kingdom or something like that, and I swear the lead is related to Daniel Johns. I mean, they look identical. Shabo from System of a Down is 50. Daniel Johns, by the way, 45. Sherry Shepard, who used to be on The View and 30 Rock, she's 57. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, 3 first names. You guys know who this is?
He's
from
Negan, Walking Dead.
That's right. He's
He
50.
was also the dad in Supernatural.
And apparently he's in Dead City spinoff. Anyway, he's 58. Byron Allen, 2 first names, comedy and talk show legend, is 63. Ryan Stiles from Whose Line Is It Anyway? And The Drew Carey Show, he's 65. Peter Frampton, 74.
Happy
Peter
birthday.
Frampton. What a birthday gift, huh?
Yep, 74. John Waters is 78. And Jack Nicholson. How old is Jack Nicholson?
Ooh, 80.
83.
I'm gonna say
84.
87.
I don't know.
84.
Well, one of you is exactly right.
Rafe, how old?
Well, I'm going to say 84 because someone's exactly right. So,
He is pushing 90 at 87 years old.
All right, today's,
He knows his Jacks.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Morgan Fairlane. And today's birthday girl's been in 157 fine films, including American Tushy 1, Butch Cassidy Beats Sundance Kitty, The Cave of Forbidden Love, The Curse of the Lesbian Love Goddess,
Oh.
Dr. Peter Proctor's House of Anal Delights, The First Whores Club, The Liquid Affair, Stripped and Whipped, and Who Can Forget a Role in 1998's Face Jam.
Oh, God.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter. Dr. Peter Proctor.
And this is Face Jam.
You like that?
She's on fire. Face Jam.
ironically, Bill Murray was also in that.
You know what? I wrote down Morgan Fairlane is 157 years old.
Oh, is that true?
I didn't write her. I wanted to say happy birthday, Morgan Fairlane.
We'll say 57.
We'll say 57. That's your porno birthday, crappy birthdays. That was your crap on celebrities. All right, quick break. We'll come back with your sexy time fun facts. 8:05. Monday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets are available now at www.raceway.com.
1,000 messages coming over saying the Deadpool trailer is out right now.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Breaking
I can't
news.
wait to see it.
Hey,
I'm going to go watch it in the bathroom.
stop
Break.
everything.
Delays 270 westbound between Wolverine and Deadpool. Between Dorset and Olive, actually. Average speed down to about 25 miles an hour. Your point forecast is partly cloudy. High is 72. Right now it's 45 at the Point Studio.
And my son is texting me. He's at he goes to Lafayette High School, and he goes, nobody's here today. Well, last night, and this has been a story all over the local news this morning. So last night we got a letter from the superintendent of Rockwood School District, and headline from Fox 2: Rockwood School District says threat is under investigation. Police notified the Rockwood School District about a threat called into 911 to shoot up one of their schools.
Oh, my God.
A letter sent home to parents says they're taking the threat seriously, but did not find any evidence that it matched any of their students and likely came from an outside area. Police tell the school district that it's safe to continue with classes as normal on Monday. There will be an increased police presence at district schools. So the boy is saying there's nobody at school today.
Yeah, people are afraid. I get it.
Fake threats canceled classes at many area schools last year. The FBI issued a warning about felony federal charges, saying that these cases are pretty easy to investigate. Like, you call this stuff in, like, it's pretty easy to find you.
Good.
And the letter we got yesterday, which was from the Superintendent Curtis Kane says, good evening, Rockwood families. Today we were alerted that police received a 911 call late last night that was threatening to shoot up a Rockwood high school. No specific school was named. We have been working throughout the day with county law enforcement, and the information that we have received does not match up with any Rockwood students. The origin of the call is still under investigation, but law enforcement officials have shared that it was likely a call from outside the area. We have been assured by law enforcement that there is no immediate threat to our schools and that it is safe to proceed with school tomorrow, but wanted to make you aware. Out of an abundance of caution, we have an increased school presence at each of our high schools on Monday, in addition to the presence of our SROs and district safety officers. That's SROs is a school resource officer. Please be assured the safety and well-being of our students is always a top priority. The Rockwood School District law enforcement officials take any threat very seriously, and we will take this opportunity to remind students that anyone caught making a threat or sounding a false alarm will be held accountable and face disciplinary consequences. So I guess the school's empty today. Yeah, I want to see. I'll talk to him after the show. Like how many, as far as police presence goes, what does that mean? A lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary, man.
It is scary. I hate this for our youth and the parents and everybody. I just hate it. To me, it's like the biggest problem.
Yeah, at 8 o'clock last night, I got a push notification. I guess the school's got an app, and it says, hey, check. And the app pushed out a message saying, check your email for a message from the superintendent. And I go, oh, this has got to be 8 o'clock on a Sunday night.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
It's pretty important. I'm like, I don't think it's going to snow tomorrow, so this has got to be something
with
else.
no weather on its way, something's important.
So that's what's going down at the Rockwood School District this morning. All right, let's, on a lighter note. All right, it's just a hodgepodge of different things here today. 6 on Fun Facts, sponsored by
Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
And now my daughter texts me saying, Dad, there's something nasty in my water. I mean, each kid's got different problems going on. I don't know.
What
so
is
don't
it?
I have no idea. Don't drink it.
Take
Is
it
it in
out.
the Stanley? Did she wash her Stanley last night?
It's probably just
I washed
mold.
this. I ran the Stanley through the dishwasher.
You did?
Yeah, it's probably just mold.
Oh, no. Better get a new one.
See what happens when
Cascade.
when the mom's out of town. The whole operation's in shambles.
You're getting her texts.
Yeah, that's what's happening. This is what she deals with. My wife's been
Right.
in Florida for, 5 days. This is what she deals with. Messages like this. They're all coming to Dad now. I'm sorry, hang on. What? What?
Live action.
Hey, let me tell you what's going down in the country of Ghana. Because I know, Rafe's been wondering, like, hey, what's up with Ghana?
Yeah, dude, I haven't heard a lot about Ghana lately.
Well, there's been a case moving through the court system there. Headline, court fines man $44 for claiming stranger's handshake shrunk his penis.
This is new.
Nope. Yep.
Hey. What happened? This must be your handshake.
Yeah, that's what happened, basically.
That's a bummer, man.
So a district court has fined this 21-year-old guy $44 for falsely claiming that a passerby shook his hand and caused his penis to shrink.
I was going to say,
He's
now,
a
wait a
witch.
second. What was his handshake shaking?
Oh.
Yeah, maybe he was just really turned off by the way that felt, and then it just went into, like, its little cave.
Back on the 6th of this month, police received a distress call about a disturbance, and a patrol team was sent to the scene.
Well, you know what? Maybe it was one of those young guy things. Like when you're young and you're going to go shake somebody's hand, it's your old friend, and you go, whoa, like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's...
What, you get knocked in the wiener?
Yeah. It was,
And that was good size ding dongs
I see
Ghana
40-year-old
away.
men still do that.
I was
That's not a
saying,
young
I probably
guy
haven't
thing.
done that in 20 years, but it was a funny thing to do.
A guy named
Fashion gonorrhea.
a guy named Edmund, he tells cops that this other particular gentleman shook his hand and his penis immediately shrank.
Was it the guy from Thinner? Smaller.
Leaving a tiny bit.
I swear, it was never like this before.
And you know what? Here's the thing. Here's how they roll in Ghana. They're like,
Okay.
all right, everybody to the police station. We got to investigate this. They investigated,
Nice.
found
Justice.
that the claims of the handshake and penis shrinking were unfounded.
They talked to a few witnesses. Like, nah, it's always been like that.
This is one way to get rid of handshaking as a whole, though. You know, if we start spreading this rumor around, like, hey, dude, this man's penis shrunk because he shook a man's hand, we will stop that. The fist pound will become the standard from here on out.
Well, Edmund will serve up to 6 months in prison if he does not pay his $44 fine. I believe him.
I do too.
I believe him.
Why would you make something like that up?
Also,
You don't just make something like that up without it actually happening. So, yeah, that's what's going on in Ghana, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, I've been wondering
you.
what's going on.
In case you were wondering, that's what's going on in Ghana.
Thank you.
Can you stay friends with your ex? Can you
Yeah.
stay friends with your ex?
You can.
Is it a good idea? 69% of people have stayed friends with an ex, but is that a good idea? Now, anyone who's been in a relationship that didn't work out knows how difficult it could be to navigate the aftermath of the breakup. Now, do you cut your ex-partner off completely so you have space to heal? Or do you try to keep it on good terms so you don't feel like you're completely losing them from your life? It all depends, obviously. If your ex-girlfriend tries to run you over with her car, yeah, you cut that off.
Yeah, I think it.
You
all
cut that
depends.
off.
You've actually read some articles before about like you run the risk of narcissism if that's like your tactic. If you're trying to stay friends with everybody or something, it was like a sign of like it's not a healthy sign, right? Is that what you're going? Is that where you're going with this article? You had read that before.
Yeah. Maybe that's part of this. So listen, it's not surprising that many of us find it hard to lose exes from our lives completely after being so intimate. But is it possible to stay friends with them? And more importantly, is it healthy? So a website called Love Honey surveyed over 2,000 adults over the age of 18 to find out just how many have attempted to remain friends with their ex, why they wanted to stay on good terms, and whether their friendship thrived or failed. Listen, we all would love the Elaine-Jerry friendship.
Yeah.
Sure.
I had a couple of those.
I always looked at it like if you are still allowing that person to be a problem in your life and you can't get past and you can't get to forgiveness and just moving on, then they are still carrying a certain weight in your heart. So I'm not saying I'm best friends with all my exes, but like I'm going to a brunch this upcoming Sunday where I believe one of my exes is going to be there. Give him a hug. How are you? Like, be friendly. If I needed something from him, I'd ask, but we don't really need each other in our lives anymore. But if I saw him, I wouldn't be mean to him or like.
Yeah, I'm sure at this point. I'm sure at this point.
That's friendly, not friends.
Yeah.
I mean, but I still consider him a friend. Like if someone's like, "Oh, are you friends with so?" I'd be like, "Yeah, that's one of my friends," because we were friends before we dated, and then it just didn't go well.
I'm hoping I could be in the same room.
That's kind of your measure of all your friendships, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just exes. Yeah, we're friends. I can be in the same room with them. Okay.
Good
Scott Rizzuto friendship test.
Can we be in the same room together?
Yeah.
I think so.
Well,
at this point, maybe.
See things your way.
I mean, some of you have kids, ex-wives, right? Like you have to be friends with your ex, or you have to be cordial with your ex for the kids. So,
yeah.
I mean,
it just depends on the terms of the relationship and making space for it too. Tina's friends with an ex of hers, and I don't really get in. I think they still both carry a little torch for each other, and I've acknowledged that, and I'm fine with it. Like they were first loves, they dated when they were young.
They'll always have that.
They root for each other, they check in with each other, and I don't encroach on that, and it doesn't make me feel weird or jealous or anything. So I think it just depends on who you are as a person too. Like if there's space for that in your relationship or not, you know?
Yeah, there's also that aspect of it too. Like how close are you with your ex if you're in a new relationship? And is that person cool with it? Are you secure enough in your relationship to have your partner still be friendly with an ex?
The guy I dated before Tim, who I lived with, and we were serious, he has had 2 serious relationships, I think, after me, and I became friends with his girlfriend after me. Like, I still keep in touch with her. They're no longer together. She's just a really cool chick. And then his other girlfriend, who I only knew a couple of times, but we were nice to each other. I don't know. Like, I just don't want to carry the baggage of all that happened because that was such a past thing.
Yeah, it's too much.
So,
would you be upset if one of Tim's exes contacted him on Facebook?
I mean, that's happened. No.
Right. So you don't care about that.
He's run into his exes like out and like had a moment with them, and I mean that's great.
Right, but that's friendly. We're talking about friends. Friendships require maintenance. It requires work.
Like constant communication.
Yeah, and I remember the article that you were reading before was talking about people that like every time they break up with somebody, they make efforts to make sure that they're like friends, not friendly. Friends. And that's a sign of a narcissist because it's somebody that's constantly trying to stay in control and not necessarily control the other person, but control the scenario where they're always wanting to be loved by the people.
I don't know if that's
they can't understand why somebody wouldn't like them.
Right. And they make great efforts to maintain those friendships. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying if that's your goal, it might not be a healthy thing. I don't think you're saying anything like that. You're talking about friendliness.
Well, if I still ran around with the group of friends that I had in college where this guy and I met, and we still do share many friends together, over time we've just stopped hanging out as a big old group. Like we used to do like annual float trips together and stuff. I mean, we aren't that close anymore, but Tim, he had to get comfortable with like, for the first, 5-6 years of our relationship, like having this guy around that like
friend group.
I have slept with. Like that's not the coolest thing ever, I'm sure. And we've talked about that and like, and that's the first time Tim ever had to like really deal with that. I mean, now times have changed and that guy and I don't see each other that much anymore, but I don't know. I think there's a way to do it that can work for everyone, especially when you're incestuous in your friend group and everybody's dated everybody. It's almost impossible to not be friends.
Well, let me give you the numbers here. At how many of us have stayed friends with an ex? At one point or another, they found that 69% of adults have stayed friends or at least on good terms with an ex post-breakup. That rises to 71% for men specifically who are found to be the most likely to keep things friendly with an ex. Additionally, they found that those ages 54 to 45 were the most likely to remain friends with their ex, with 3 in 4 admitting that they've tried to remain friends. On the other hand, those ages 18 to 24 have been named the most likely to simply cut off ties with their ex. In fact, with 42% in that age group being hostile to an ex-partner.
Yeah. That's healthy.
That's
real
the way
maturity.
It's easier to do so.
I like to hold on to that hate.
I mean, I'm not saying some people, it depends on what the circumstances were. I always think that comes from a place of ego, though. Like, I get the narcissistic argument, but I would make the counter argument of, like, the reason, if you like this person at one point, you like them enough to possibly date them and make a life with them, and it doesn't always work. So, like, not being friends or not having goodwill towards a person seems like an ego trip of like you not being able to handle rejection or you not you know what I mean? Like I would never deny, like to go back to the guy Tina's friends with, like talked about it, I'm cool with it. I would never deny her someone that cares about her in her life because my ego is fragile.
Yeah.
That seems like a
like
weird
your
thing to me.
jealousy or your self-esteem.
As long as there's nothing there that's like actually threatening my relationship with
So if you came home and she didn't tell you that he was there hanging out?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I mean, like, I found out way later that, like, he got married and texted her, like, that he was getting married and was like, I always thought it'd be us getting, it's weird because I always thought we'd end up getting married.
Oh, that's weird to say.
Yeah, and I was like, to her, it didn't feel weird because they have that kind of relationship. And I was like, yeah, he might have been fishing for an answer to see what you said about that. But
yeah,
it doesn't,
that's odd.
But I think for her, it came from a place of like, hey, we were young. We went through this like trauma. They were trauma bonded. They went through like rehab together and stuff like that. So it was like, to me, I was like, that's a victimless crime. He was just reaching out.
Well, they talked to a psychologist here, and then why do we stay friends with our exes? And it's pretty clear that a lot of us are keen to try and keep things, trying to keep things amicable. According to the people, though, 52%, the main incentive to keep an ex around is because they had a friendship before becoming romantically involved. and they don't want to lose that.
Yeah, that's a big difference maker, and that doesn't always happen. If it's somebody you dated though, and you had feelings for, and then it didn't work out, again, you have to make efforts. You have to make efforts to maintain that, and you may be encroaching in somebody else. You may be encroaching in their future, and it's not necessarily always the wise thing to do.
And I know what some of your,
It'd be lovely. It'd be nice, but like it's not always the best.
Yeah, it's situational for sure.
Around 30% of men want to remain friends with their exes because they want to keep them on the back burner. Like, hey, maybe a friends with benefits kind of thing. That's why. 30% of guys.
I mean, we've already done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've already seen me naked.
What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? Now, what happens when you begin to question? Now, we're in the relationship. What happens when you begin to question whether the hard work of a relationship or marriage is worth it? You know, the bad times seem to outweigh the good and have for a long time. What usually happens once we reach that point is we blame the other person, you know, for being a sorry excuse for a partner. And, you know, it fuels our resentment about breaking up and divorce and stuff like that. Yeah. But wait, so look back for a second, though. Let's back up for a second. Before you decide that your partner is the problem and you convince yourself your partner and the relationship and marriage are disposable, ask yourself, could it be me? Like, could actually I be the problem?
Sure.
So what are the signs you're the pain in the ass in a relationship?
Is this the list?
Yeah, this is
Let's
5
go.
things. So here's
check.
Honest signs that you are the lousy person in the relationship.
All right.
Number 1, you keep a running log of every mistake the other person makes.
Scorekeeping.
Dude, the tallying is.
You're not supposed to do that?
Stop that, Scott.
Doggone it.
You might even throw temper tantrums or pity parties when your partner doesn't bend to your will to make them behave better. Either way, if they misstep, you're right there to point out. There it is. There's another thing you did.
On Wednesday, October 4th, you said this. You did this.
Yeah, if you're a scorekeeper.
Damn, you're writing this down.
Yeah, if you're a scorekeeper, that's a problem. Number 2, you pack your schedule full, leaving 0 time for your partner. Listen, I get life is busy, and your dreams, your desires, your responsibilities, all that stuff's important. However, in a relationship or in a marriage, the health of a relationship is as important as your individual wants or concerns. Ignoring your partner or telling them to get out of your way so you can get things done, that's not good. That drives a wedge between 2 people. So after all, nobody wants a partner who continually pushes them away. I always think it's important. And my wife and I try to do this. We try to at least have some hangout time every day, or now that our kids are old enough to be on their own at home, hey, Friday night, just let's go out.
That's great.
You got it. We have very busy schedules, and everybody in this room, we all got busy schedules. It's tough to put in time, but you got to do it.
I would also piggyback on that. And I don't know if this is going to be on the list, but like supporting each other's autonomous things. Like yesterday, I made a point to go to Earth Day Festival because Tim was volunteering. He's on the board for Earth Day. And he's come out to all, many of my band shows, and he comes to all of our events and stuff. And it's like, okay, what can I do for you? That's something that I'm trying to turn around about my efforts. Cause I'm like, he doesn't have as many extracurricular things going on, like my crazy ass.
I would even throw that into this one we just talked about.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You're making time.
Making time for
stuff.
their stuff, right.
Number 3, the sound of their voice or chewing or breathing grates on your nerves.
Oh.
If you can't even stand the sound of anything this person does, yeah, I think we may be done here.
Wow.
Like you cringe when they open their mouth because you know that they're going to say something you're going to find annoying.
Yeah.
You pretend you can't hear them, you walk away, or you just or do just about anything to avoid them. When your partner, the person in a marriage you promise to love and accept you as the most, acts as if the mere breathing is disgusting to him, you're tortured. You're everything. That's it. That's a big sign, obviously. That was on their list. I got
Could you
it.
breathe less, please?
Why is your breathing so annoying?
It's so hard.
Number 4 is you insist they never change when they actually have.
The finger pointing.
Like you're so busy thinking your partner's the same person, you haven't talked with them about them in forever. All you do is talk about you and what you want. They feel diminished. They feel unimportant. They constantly wonder whether trying to make the marriage or relationship work is even worth it. Your selfishness drowns out any effort they make in favor of the relationship.
That's where couples counseling can come in real handy because sometimes you don't want to hear what your partner is saying to you, and sometimes it helps to have a medium or a median person in the middle to kind of help you balance each other out because you do continue to evolve. You know, if you've been together for a long time, you're not the same people that you were at the beginning of that relationship, and so you have to be running parallel. And sometimes, you know, the parallel will go wider and then it'll come more narrow, and that's life. Like we all change, and
Maybe you want to swing. Run that
Maybe
past
you
the
do.
therapist. Get an ally.
Get it out there, guys.
Get an ally in the swing
There you go.
argument.
Maybe that's what your relationship is missing. And the 5th thing is, remember, these are all signs that you are the person, the problem, a lousy person in the relationship. You get pissed off every minute they spend away from you.
Oh yeah.
So in your head, marriage, this relationship, means you own the other person. And as such, your spouse, your partner, owes you their undivided attention unless they're doing something you approve of or permitted them to do.
Yee.
Nobody wants somebody controlling
No.
them this way. That's servitude. That's not a relationship. That's not marriage. Your partner having a life of their own is not betraying you. But in your head, and I've seen relationships like this before,
Yeah, the counselor will point that out pretty quickly.
you're trying to micromanage their existence. That is a betrayal to them.
Yeah.
So I think I'm pretty good, honestly, with all this stuff. I think we're good.
So you check off every one of those?
Yeah, it's good when you check off everyone, right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
It means you're serious.
Yeah, good. All right, we're good. All right, guys. All right, we're good. Woo.
We did
All
it.
right. Listen, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll finish up Sex Sound Fun Facts. How many Americans own a sex toy in your head? What is, I need a percentage.
Or
The percentage of Americans who own a sex toy.
88%.
I'll tell you after.
Oh. Okay.
You think 88%?
Yeah.
Shooting that high, huh? Mm-hmm. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. So how many Americans own a sex toy? And then we'll get into the sex toy of the week this week, and which really not a sex toy.
it is a product.
It is a product. Yes, it's a sexy product, and I kind of like this.
Yeah, I'm switching things up.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, it's 8:41. It is Monday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series, June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. We have delays 270 eastbound between Manchester and Missouri AB. There is also a right-hand block due to emergency repairs. It's Lindbergh's southbound just after Olive. Your point forecast, partly cloudy, high is 72. Right now it's 47 at the Point Studio.
So how many people, percentage-wise, own sex toys? I want a number.
I said 88.
88%.
Obviously, we're talking adults.
Adults.
I think it's less. There's a lot of hang-ups still in this country. I'd say 60%.
60%.
I don't think they're all hang-ups. I think some people aren't interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say 51.
51.
Ooh, that's not bad. Oh, man. I'll go 69.
All right. No.
Of course.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
somebody had to.
No.
And we knew it would be him.
Nobody's right.
Aw.
37%.
37.
37%. Yeah, I think it's not a sexual hang-up. It's just not the thing.
It should be the thing,
I
though.
mean, yeah.
Oh, it should be, huh?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people are like scared to try a sex toy, whatever it is. And there's still a stigma around sex toys. And then whenever you break through all that and you buy yourself a vibrator for the first time, you go, oh my God, where has this been my whole life?
Compare that to the same question being asked to people in 2018, the number was 51%.
Oh my God, so it's gone down?
It's gone down.
Wow.
What's happened?
I don't know.
They're
Have
not
people
real
gotten better at
toys, it
sex?
turns out. There's
That's
no
actually
Legos. There's
promising.
nothing neat.
Does this mean people are getting better at sex without help?
I think it's VR headsets.
Yeah, I was
But
just
that
saying,
would
I
be a
think it's
sex
a lot
toy,
of,
wouldn't it be?
Because they say that a lot of the younger folks aren't even really getting that interested in having a partner or anything. So I think it's on the decline.
Yeah, but then they would probably go the toy route. I don't know. Why has it gone down?
I don't know.
There's
I
no
guess too many
reasoning.
Marvel movies.
That's surprising to me.
I don't know. That's significant, too. So back in 2011, it was 35%, went up to 51% in 2018, and now in 2024, it's 37%. 38% of females, 34% males. So, them's the numbers. Listen, they don't lie. What can I tell you?
These people actively threw out their sex toys also.
Thank you.
Well, aren't they famous for going out? I mean, are we talking about lifetime buys here?
That's a good point.
Maybe people
Yeah,
got
that's
something.
right. You burnt it out.
Because you're right. I mean, the stigma in the last 15 years has like eroded greatly.
Yeah.
So maybe a lot of people were dabbling, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the stigma's down. I'll get
Or
into it." And
tried it out.
It was a 50% boost or a 20% boost or
A
whatever.
lot
it
of
was.
dudes upgraded their sex doll from sex toy to partner.
Yeah.
Maybe we're looking at this the wrong way.
I would love to see that stat.
Linda's not my toy.
Men to women, who is using sex toys more?
Well, it says 38% of females, 34% of males, as far as the 37% who do own them,
Dang near split, man.
which is wild.
Also, it's not 100%, but
I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and
There are people that prefer not to answer.
like you go to bachelorette parties or bachelor parties, and do people still get sex toys for the bride or groom who, you know, it used to be a joke, like get lingerie and a vibrator or whatever. I wonder if that's still going on. Like this woman I was listening to on this podcast said she went to a bachelorette party where the party favors for everybody involved are like a bag of sex toys for all the guests. I thought that was a great idea.
We saw the perv pool at Riz Show Live, like when we're like at the end of the show, like, hey, grab what you want.
we did our part.
And
Oh, yeah.
like vultures descending on a carcass.
Hey, you just said so. It's only a 4% difference between male and female, 34% male, and then you said the rest of the percentage chose not to answer.
Yeah.
I would assume, and this is just a guess, that there's probably more men that preferred not to answer. So there might be more men owning sex toys
toys
than
than
women.
bottoms.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something guys just don't talk to each other about.
Yeah,
I know
I
one
get
buddy
that.
that has a fleshlight.
No. You know one buddy that has a fleshlight and talks about
That's
it.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Admittedly.
That's admitted
Yeah.
to. Guys don't really talk about that stuff.
And girls do. We talk about
Girls
it all
do.
the time.
I know one dude that got a fleshlight. Gross.
And talks about it.
But it's not gross if that's what he wants, right?
It's gross. Honestly, it's
But
disgusting.
the toy itself is gross, you're saying? You would prefer it to be like, remember that episode of Dave? Hang on. The episode of Dave where this chicks comes over to use the bathroom and Dave has that,
The real doll.
well, it's just from the bottom down. It's a butt.
Oh, he upgrades to the real doll, like when he in the spoiler
gets rich.
Spoiler alert.
in the
Yeah, when he's
later
Does he get
seasons,
the real-
when he gets rich,
So at this point in Dave, he only has like,
the torso.
it's like the butt and the legs. And he throws this thing in the closet in the bathroom and his girlfriend finds it. I mean, that would be crazy to find, but, you know, I guess that's a thing. Or
I mean, it looks like you're banging an energy drink.
the fleshlight, yes.
Yeah, it's. Hey, yes, I am going to yuck your yum. Gross. I honestly, man, I can never see myself using that without real shame after.
I remember-
Like, feeling real shame after that.
The Riz Show used
Right,
to
Scott?
have
Yeah.
Yeah.
like tons of flashlights in the studio back in the MS days. You guys, that's the first time I ever knew what that was because you guys would give them away on the air and whatnot. And so there'd be flashlights all over this damn studio. I didn't even know that thing existed.
Honestly, if Monsters sponsored a fleshlight, I bet that a lot of dudes in flat bill caps would come out of the closet.
Truth.
Well, it's also, all these porn stars were like it was molds of their
Yeah, like a cast of their
their
lady
privates.
bits.
That's weird.
But I think that's great. I love that you could get like a Jenna Jameson fleshlight. That's as close as you're ever going to get to that that dream you had when you were 20 years old.
Sure. Yes, I guess so.
Or
It's not
the
creepy
vice
at all.
versa. Like if you get like who's a male porn star? Like
John
Todd.
Holmes.
John Holmes. You could get a cast made of his wiener. Great. That's exciting for people.
Hey, did you hear Jenna Jameson's getting divorced?
I did hear that, yeah.
Way to go. Right after your lunch.
Yeah.
He had lunch with Jenna Jameson. Next thing you know, they're getting divorced.
This show is cursed.
This show.
Yeah,
Way to go, buddy.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Sorry, Jenna. Sorry that the heat I was giving off at that brunch made you question your entire, not just your marriage, but your marriage to a woman.
Yeah. What was it? It was her sobriety.
Alcohol, yeah. That's what the fiance said.
That's what the wife
Or
said.
the wife said.
She said that Jenna was away doing some kind of gig and drank, and that was it.
That was their bottom line.
It was one shot.
Yeah.
One shot of drinking, then you're out.
Yeah, it's tough.
You said they were a loving couple, too. I hope they could make it work.
They were.
Hope they could
They
get through
seemed
it.
genuinely happy, but I think they both were sober, and that is, that can be a problem.
Well,
if
listen.
especially if your sobriety's tenuous.
If you want to get these two kids back together, maybe get them this.
I don't know. This could help.
This could help.
This could help. This is a little different this week, but it's still in the same vein. Trapped in a boring, sad marriage? Make it even sadder by buying yourself this couple's board game, Monogamy. A game made by, I assume, the Porker Brothers. Thank you.
Did you just make that up, or is that really from Porker Brothers?
No, I made it
Okay.
up. I made it up. I'm a comedian. Monogamy.
When did that happen?
A hot affair with your...
Got him.
The roast has begun. Monogamy, a hot affair with your partner game, $29.99 with a sad 70,000 units sold and a shocking 4.3 out of 5 stars. Play the hottest game ever and discover new possibilities together. Celebrate and discover all new sexy possibilities, whether you're a new couple or have been together for years. This foreplay-friendly game, endorsed by men's health and sexpert Dr. Emily Morse, is ideal for setting the mood. You'll race each other around the board filled with exciting questions, naughty fantasies, and steamy dares. As you play, clothes start coming off and things get hotter and hotter until you explode with passion. Goo-goo. Adults-only game is designed for 2 players. Exploder. To play, take turns rolling the die to move around the game board. Whatever square you land on, you must perform the corresponding action. The strip square directs you to take off an article of clothing. The drink and food squares let you sip and nibble seductively. Monogamy squares direct you to pick a card. Special squares like the massage parlor or erotic dancing challenge get you physical. Every time you round the board, you collect a ring and a level of intimacy will increase. Go for the suggestive pink intimacy cards for naughtier, passionate cards, all the way to steamy cards that'll really get you hot under the collar. The first one to collect 6 rings wins, guys.
Scott is eating in there while
No.
you're saying all this.
The winner gets
You eating, Scott?
he actually ate something very sexy. It was like
Cherries with.
I just want you to lick a
Oh, you're
spoon.
eating
What the
cherries?
hell?
Yeah, I went out in the hallway and go, bruh,
Yeah, this is a.
you're at work,
Yeah.
man. You can't be eating
was
buttered
so
up
good.
cherries in front of everybody. This is messed up. That ain't it, cuh. The winner then gets to choose a super hot and sexy fantasy from the cards they've collected. Trust us, this one is a very naughty game worth winning. Ooh, monogamy.
Okay. Whoa.
Let's
So
get to
hot
some
right now.
reviews. Well, to
I
be
want to say
fair,
the most used cards in there is a community chest.
gross. That's pretty good, actually. Review 1. I would recommend this product 5 out of 5 stars. I was nervous about it at first because I knew I'd be asked to do things that make me anxious or things I'm not used to. But once we got into it and a little less sober, I opened up and it was a lot of fun. I like how it started slow with just intimacy and worked up to the more intense things. If I had to offer advice, I'd say start fully clothed and make sure you haven't eaten too much, LOL.
Why is that?
I don't know.
You don't want to have
Find out.
indigestion behind monogamy.
You want to be as comfortable as possible and have enough to strip off, smiley face emoji. We even had sex in the living room, which we never do.
Whoa.
Wow, I wish we could. I wish we would have had less wine and cheese, but otherwise,
you know what?
a wild night.
I'll
5
tell you
out of
what,
5
honey,
stars.
I can't play monogamy tonight. I had 4 pieces of lasagna.
Oh, my God.
We shouldn't have went to Texas Roadhouse if you wanted to play monogamy tonight. I got a belly full of sweet rolls. Anyway, that was 5 out of 5 fun times, 9/16/2018. This one, it doesn't have your name on it, but I swear to God you wrote it.
Me?
This sounds like a Scott Rizzuto review. 1 out of 5 stars. It's a lot of work. This game is designed to bring more of an emotional connection back to the relationship. It's not to spice up your sex life kind of game. It gives each partner a lot of homework, which I do not like, such as make dinner or surprise her one night next week. No thanks. This isn't really a game. It just tells you things to do outside of the game, like go out to your car and have sex in the garage. Wow. Big deal. Crazy. Honestly, this felt like something a marriage counselor would recommend as a last resort. 1 star, Scott Rizzuto.
Wow.
You know, that honestly,
all over the place.
This does seem like a thing. Like,
Here we go.
Seemed like
It's the whole thing.
this is a whole thing.
It's a game.
as I scoured reviews, it did seem like a lot of stuff was like not in the moment stuff. It's
Not
like,
sex in the garage. I'm not having sex in
Who
the
gets the
or
win?
even just like write a letter next Wednesday. Like it was like giving you homework outside the game. Like, this
Yeah.
is something like. But here's you know what? Just to round it out.
Like, have sex in the garage?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
It's dirty out
car.
there.
Yeah, that sounds like a whole thing I don't
Smells like
want to do.
garbage out here.
Move the bed out there.
Yeah, the garbage can's next to the car.
Yeah, there's
Come on,
lots
man.
of sharp tools.
Yeah, maybe you got a pickup truck. Just then you do it in the bed of the pickup truck
guess so.
in the garage.
But I don't want to disparage the good name of the Porker Brothers in monogamy. So let's end on a 5-star short.
Okay.
5-star review. Hit the brown hole! Exclamation point.
Woo!
5 out of 5 stars. Yes! Was able to win, and I put my pee-pee in her beehole. Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Oh no!
That was the entire
Is that
review.
boardwalk?
5 out of
Do not pass, go, or
Five
And
out
the
of 5
review was
stars.
from Yeah Boy, YEABOI.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy!
He's an island
Yeah, boy.
That's the game Monogamy.
So,
from
hey.
Porker Brothers.
Roll the die, and
Yep.
you might get lucky.
Yep.
Family
There you go.
game.
Thank you, Rafe.
Hey, no problem.
Speaking of getting lucky, let's give away some stuff. We got Point Fest tickets. We got 5 Finger Death Punch tickets. We got Cage Elephant tickets. And we got tickets to go to Can You Feel the Punk tonight, Saturday night, May 11th, over at the pageant. After the break, we're going to play 3 and 5. All right. So we'll get you guys on the phone. Moon will read you a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. 2 out of 3 categories right. You win your choice of prizes. Again, Point Fest, 5 Finger Death Punch, Marilyn Manson, Cage Elephant, and Can You Feel the Punk tonight? Remember, no ums or ahs to start your answer. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. 3 and 5 next. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. It is 9:06 Monday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. Right lane blocked due to emergency repairs. 141 Woods Mill southbound at Manchester. There's also some delays, 270 eastbound between Manchester and Missouri. AB, your point forecast, partly cloudy. High of 72. Right now it's 51 at the Point Studio.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time. So we'll do a couple rounds of 3 and 5, all right?
Okie dokie.
All right, 3 and 5, the game that is sweeping the nation. So Moon will give you guys a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. 2 out of 3 categories right. You win your choice of prizes. And the prize is up for grabs. Let's see. We got Point Fest tickets. Point Fest happening May 18th, less than a month away. Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, Van Omen's Wage War, Grandson, Avatar, and more. We've also got tickets to go see 5 Finger Death Punch, big summer show at Marilyn Manson, Saturday night, August 10th at the Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Cage the Elephant, big summer show with Young the Giant, September 12th at the Amphitheater. And we have tickets for Can You Feel the Punk tonight, Saturday night, May 11th, over the pageant. We have 2 tickets for the 3 p.m. early show for you to win. All right, no ums or ahs to start your answer. Those are the rules. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Judges are standing by. Let's go to Chris in Arnold. Good morning, Chris.
Morning.
All right, Chris, are you ready to play 3 and 5?
I believe I am.
All right, let's do this, Chris. Here we go.
Chris, name 3 models of Chevrolet vehicles.
Caprice, Corsica, Chevy 1500 truck.
Oh, boy.
A Caprice.
Is it Caprice a Chevy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he
he
got
got
big old
Caprice,
Caprice.
Corsica. I just don't know about the
Did he
last-
get in the...
Chevy F. What was the truck?
What
I said 1500 pickup.
I mean,
Said it
technically...
way, yeah.
In the most syllabic way possible.
Why do we have these buzzer beater? Why do people do this to us?
Yes or no? Do we give it to him or no?
Syllabic.
Yeah, we did it last week. Yes.
Oh, so we got... Rafe says no. Lern says yes. Scott, eating cherries. What do you think?
See, this is bad. This puts me in a weird spot. I'm
Scott!
feeling nice today. I'll
Yes
say
or no?
okay.
He says yes.
Yes.
All right.
Rafe wasn't here last week when we did this. When we had the
He
whole
had the shot. I mean, he
just
basically
feel
he
too
said
nice
Chevy before the buzzer went
1500,
off.
Right.
That was
Yeah.
buying time. He said Chevy. He didn't say anything about the model. He didn't ask for the Chevy.
All right. Okay.
I mean,
okay,
I
okay.
get your point.
This is
I
my-
get it.
Hey, I was outvoted.
Okay.
This
Next.
was my judgment.
Okay, name 3 cities in the state of Nevada.
No,
Killing
get
it.
the hell
Save
out
them
of
for
here
next
with
time.
your
Not even a Vegas, huh? Not even a Vegas. All right. Here we go. Last one.
Name 3 brands of cookies.
Oreo, Nabisco.
Nope.
No, that's a bye.
Bah. Bah.
Chips Ahoy.
Oreo Nabisco.
Well, is Nabisco like that's the company?
Right.
Yeah, don't look
Sounds
at me.
like a
I'm not the
cool-
judge.
No, I'm just asking you. The spirit. I mean, you wrote the question. I mean, spirit of the question, spirit of the answer.
Man, see, I would say Nabisco is the manufacturer, not the brand.
Agreed.
Okay.
Brand would be Chips Ahoy. Brand would be Fudge Stripe. Brand
Oreo.
would be Oreo.
So you want
brand
the
would
model.
be Hydrox. Well, I'm not sure that it works
Because the
like
brand
that
of
in this
truck
business.
is Chevy.
Yeah,
and the
but that's-
model is Cavalier.
Yeah, that's a making.
Hey, we're talking cookies and trucks.
Well, see, the
We got this show's got it all.
the manufacturer would be GM. The brand would be Chevy. The model.
The
would
model would be
1500. I asked for very specific models. In this case, I asked for brands. Nabisco probably.
Thanks
it doesn't
for the-
matter.
thanks for the
Because he only
clarification.
got 2.
Dustin, hello.
Why you guys making me clarify? I'm not the judge.
I don't know. but I
Dustin,
wanna find-
hello. All right, Dustin, you there?
Say where is?
All right, thanks, buddy. All right, let's hope your phone doesn't
Doesn't
annoy
suck.
everybody. All right, here we go, Dustin.
Name 3 brands of chips.
Those Fritos, Lay's.
I mean,
What
we're
did
having
he
phone
say?
issues. What was the first thing you said?
Hang up.
I can't deal with this. I can't deal with
You
this.
gotta
I
hang
can't
up.
do it. I can't do it with the phone.
I'm getting
We're-
my
we're
blood
having a good
pressure's
day.
up.
Don't look at me.
I know I'm not looking at you. I can't. I don't know if it's
Somebody's got to get beat up, dude.
I can see the signal streaks, so I just pick up the weakest ones.
yeah. Let's
I don't
ruin
know
our
if it's
day.
like if
Ask
he's
him
on
how many bars they have.
Okay.
if he's on I think he's on a speakerphone because I could hear the radio in the background. I think it's on a speakerphone and it's one of those
Turn your radio down.
Yeah,
Scott warns
I
you
say
every
it
time.
every
Turn
time.
your radio down.
You
It's
get it
only
2
going to
times
bite you.
from
cuts out before.
Take us off the Bluetooth where we're talking through the speaker.
Hey, tell everybody to take it off the Bluetooth.
Yeah, I do that as well. I do that
Handheld.
now.
You do?
Yeah. Oh, because otherwise it sounds like they're in the middle of 270.
If you ain't ready for this, you ain't ready for this.
Max?
Don't call.
As you hold the banana.
All right, Max. Great. Hey, Max has got a great phone signal.
Let's
Sounds
go,
good.
Max.
Here we go.
Oh, thank you.
Hello, Max. Name 3 things kids. Name 3 things kids do in high school.
Cheat,
No.
party.
No.
Oh, I said, no.
I said, see,
Okay.
and that was
It's
such a
okay.
simple question.
I know that was very simple, but
But this is why it's hard
that's right.
because you forgot. You got so comfortable there, Max, with
I
this
did. I
great
got
phone
focused.
signal.
He knows he's done right. You'll pick it up.
Hey, thanks to the city of Waterloo.
Hey,
Hey.
shout out to Waterloo.
What's
yeah.
up, Monroe County?
Shout out to Waterloo and their cell towers.
Classic
So strong.
showers. Yeah.
Oh, wait, here comes a garbage truck. You might not hear me.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm eating a banana right now. So tell me 3
you
fruits
really
that are
eating a
not.
banana?
Tell me 3 fruits that are not bananas.
strawberry, papaya, mango.
Great.
Papaya.
You're eating a banana and you're hosting the thing?
He's
I
got
think
low
I'm doing a-
potassium,
I think
man.
I'm doing a great job at both things.
I take him more seriously when the banana's out, to be honest with you.
I mean, you can't wait to have the banana until we're done.
Banana boy.
Everything is going fine.
Why do I gotta
Nobody
watch
would
you?
know.
Boo the banana boy.
Hey, but listen, we're putting on a show on the YouTubes.
Oh, come
People
on,
like when
man.
he eats it.
Yeah, look at this banana.
No, I don't.
But the people do.
Obey my banana.
It's weird that he puts it all in and
It
then
is
spits the
strange.
peel out.
It is
Come on,
strange.
man.
Come on, man, nothing. He's 1 for 2. Let's do this.
Go ahead.
Name 3 TV shows about the police.
Cops, Reno 911, Live PD.
Great. I mean,
Whoa.
outstanding.
Never heard of
That
the
was
last one, but I
Live
like the
PD,
first
I
two.
know of it. And
Oh, dude, it's sick.
that's a win.
I believe you.
That's a win.
I believe you, dude. I'm not even looking it up.
Max, you going to watch that Unlocked?
Max is already on with Scott.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's getting tickets.
Excuse me.
Max,
eating-
call back and let us know if
Ask
you're going to watch
Banana
that
Boy.
live unlocked.
Banana boy, banana boy.
All right, Jason.
Happy birthday, Riz.
Thanks, buddy. Here we go. Here's Banana Boy.
Name 3 real flavors of ice cream.
Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry.
Okay.
Got it.
Mr. Neapolitan, we're into it.
Got it. Next.
Name 3 famous drummers.
Yeah, next question.
Oh, boy.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, comes down to
A
this.
little saucy with banana.
Name 3 sci-fi movies.
The Blob, the Bird.
And you're out.
The Beekeeper. You were almost there with the sex talk and everything.
The blobs, the birds.
That's it. All right, we got time for one more. One more.
This is big. Got to end strong.
Rafe, pick 5 or 6.
Divisible by 3, 6.
Steph, hello.
Ooh.
All right, Steph, here we go. Final contestant, 3 and 5. Let's do this.
Name 3 cell phone carriers.
Tea, cricket, mint.
Tea, cricket, and mint.
Did you say just T?
Like T-Mobile.
Tea, cricket, and mint.
AT&T.
Oh, AT&T.
Oh, T&T.
Did we
and Mint.
did we hear that though?
Mint?
Mint Mobile.
That's
Mint
Ryan
Mobile.
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
He right.
Wow. Okay.
We're teetering on a bad signal there, Steph, but we'll give it to you. Next.
Name 3 countries in the Middle East.
Arabia, Egypt, Jordan.
Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan. Right, you did say the Saudi part, right?
I think you just said Arabia. Like
Is
Arabian
Egypt- is-
Nights.
I know-
Did you say Arabia or Saudi Arabia?
Arabia.
Egypt is in Africa. Does it count as Middle East?
I think so.
Is Egypt
Middle East, a Middle East country?
in the Middle East? I mean, I would think so, but I
Middle
don't know if
East
it's like a
countries.
region or
Hey, we're going to the Googles. Steph,
Egypt
hang
is
on.
a Middle Eastern country.
Got
North
it.
Africa, Middle East, and okay, yeah.
Give it to him.
Great.
Give it to him.
Just making sure.
Okay.
Well done.
We don't want to get emails later.
Did you say Qatar or Qatar?
Qatar.
Okay. Just wanted to know.
But I think it's one of those potato things. I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Some people say Qatar, some people Qatar.
Oh, look at that. As far as just like, the official answer, it says that Egypt is, obviously an African country. It's Africa. But this part right here that hangs over, that's considered Middle East. The whole thing is not.
4 letters. N-E-A-T.
What do you know?
That's great.
And now you know.
And
Ba,
so-
ba, ba, ba.
That's fascinating.
Oh, there it is. I love it. See, we learn. We learn here.
See your banana.
I am, man. I'm enjoying it. The more you talk about it, the more power it gives me.
All right, we'll do something next after the break. I don't know what it is.
I'm going to finish this here banana.
Moon is going to finish his banana. We take a break. It's 9:27. It's Monday. Traffic and weather. He's coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. Things are looking pretty clear right now. Your point forecast, partly cloudy, high is 72. Right now it's 54 at the Point Studio.
I want to shout out Mr. Rick Schrader for the sandwiches, courtesy of St. Jude.
Incredible.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. They are doing a fundraiser. It's a bourbon raffle to benefit St. Jude Children's Hospital. Man, some great stuff they're raffling off. Ticket sales are run through May 5th. The winner will be drawn at the Rack House May 7th. Let me see here. Yeah, we'll put up all the information on our socials, but the Rack House KWW.com to get in on this. The Rack House KWW.com. Again, it's all to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And thanks, Rick, for the sandwiches. Really hit the spot this morning. I didn't bring my lunch either.
St. Jude is awesome. They do such great work.
Great. That's a wonderful organization, St. Jude. I've always loved them. All right, Mooners, sports.
Sports brought to you by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Call to book your bracket. Oh, that's not the right one. They still need to update this. Anyways, check out DraftKings at Casino Queen. Cardinals. What a bummer. Huh? Shut out for the second time this season.
They lost really good this weekend.
Yeah, man, they lost their fourth consecutive game on a day when Sonny Gray allowed just 2 runs in 6 1/3 innings and struck out a season-high 12 batters. He was awesome. Awesome. He got saddled with his first loss of the season. The Brewers, now, to be fair, entered the day with the best road winning percentage in the majors. They swept the series and improved to 10-2 in road games. So they are hot, and the Cardinals are not. The Cardinals are 9-12 and just lost their 7th consecutive series finale. Remember that I think the record is 8 and was set in the 1800s. So
we're doing good.
So who's coming to town next?
Oh, heck, I didn't even
We're playing
look.
the Diamondbacks next.
I was so depressed I went straight to the next
Yeah,
story.
if you look at the Brewers, like most of their lineup has at least 300 batting averages, and ours are like 100.
Are they playing today, or are they playing?
No, yeah, they're playing
Sorry, I
Diamondbacks
forgot to
today.
look.
I think Diamondbacks. At least the Dodgers had a good game yesterday. That was fun.
Nobody cares.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, watch that one.
Okay, so from a loss to a draw in an encouraging and simultaneously discouraging game in Kansas City with back-and-forth goals and plenty of them, St. Louis City SC came away with a point from our cross-state rival Sporting KC, with City SC trailing 3-2 and seeing what looked like to be a nice road win turn into a frustrating loss. Tomas Totland beat a defender to the ball in SKC's end. It leapt over the defending slide, regained the ball in stride, and fired it in for his first MLS goal, tied the game to rescue a 3-3 draw for City SC. Both teams took leads and lost them. It was really exciting. A lot of people traveled from St. Louis over to see it and said it was a heck of a match.
Yeah, go over there to go see a tie.
Whatever, dude. It's a
I'm
great,
just saying,
it's a great
I'm just
match.
saying.
You're just saying.
No, I'm
because
just
you're
saying
silly.
if I traveled to go see my favorite soccer team play and we left with a tie, damn it.
Is that just normal, though?
It can be, yeah. 2/3 of its first 9 games have ended in a draw to go with 2 wins and 1 loss. So it's normal now.
Okay, I got a buddy who went. Walking out of the soccer stadium after a tie is purgatory.
Oh, what a dork. City SC
You're
is
a dork.
one of
for
just
having
5 teams. City SC is just one of 5 teams in the league with 1 loss or fewer. Its 6 ties are keeping it in the middle of the pack in the Western Conference, but it's a pretty tightly packed West. The middle of the pack isn't all that far away from the top. City SC outshot SKC 20-7 and held it to just 3 shots on goal, all of which went in. Klaus did have a goal and an assist and seems to be back on his way to form that we need him in. Okay, so we went from a loss
3
to
shots on goal, that's it?
They did.
They had 3 shots on goal, everyone went in?
Yes.
What save percentage is that?
Shut up, man.
What's the win probability?
What's the save percentage? Oh.
Whatever, bro. So from a loss to a draw to a win, St. Louis Battlehawks.
All right.
3-1 returned home with a 32-17 win Saturday over the Memphis Showboats in front of 31,757 fans at the Dome in America Center.
How many people?
37,000. Sorry, 31,757.
I watched it a little bit. The place looked good. Like it looked.
Yeah, it really did, man.
I heard the tailgating was a lot of fun, too. I had a buddy down there.
Yo, check this out real quick. I'm going to just read the story real fast. The Dallas Cowboys, undoubtedly the most popular team in the NFL, but apparently they are no match for the phenomenon that is Caitlin Clark. According to this New York Daily News article, Clark, the #1 pick by the Indiana Fever in Wednesday's WNBA draft, sold more jerseys on her draft day alone than every player on the Cowboys roster combined last year.
Oh.
Isn't that an insane stat? Absolutely insane. Considering the Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons was the best-selling jersey in the NFL last year, and the quarterback Dak Prescott placed 5th on that same list, Clark outselling the entire team, mind-blowing. I'm Moon, and that's your sports, because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
Thank you. That is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Thank you all for tuning in. Today's wrap-up is sponsored by
Jack in the Box Jack Wraps. A little bit of healthy, a little bit of indulgence, only at Jack.
All right. What is today's podcast title?
Air Squiggles are not good.
Yeah, I disagree with that. Vehemently.
Heated debate.
Vehemently disagree with that. All right, what do you got in your life, Moon?
I have May 4th at Redbud in Vices. It's the Spring Fling. Teenage Dirtbags and Alabama Dirtbags are playing there. May 11th, shortly after that, is Can You Feel the Punk Tonight? 2 shows. Although that 3 p.m. show is filling up, so if you were considering it, I would get tickets now. Check that out. And then if you're in the Orlando area, I know there's a few people, actually some staff from St. Louis that are flying down to the big Brightside Festival that Goldfinger's playing this weekend. So make sure you come and say hi, be a weirdo, and say that you are from St. Louis or that you listen to the Rizzuto
Make yourself
show.
known. Wear something 314 so
cool.
we know, so we can spot you.
Yes, do that.
Like you wouldn't do that already.
Yeah.
Got a shirt that says 314.
I'm from St. Louis. Can't you tell? It says STL on all my clothing.
I'm wearing something. Cardinal Blues, 314. You know me. Lern, what do you got?
This Saturday at the Alley in Washington, we're going to be, my band is playing from 8 to 11. They're going to have their big blues festival in Washington, so all the streets are going to be shut down, so that's cool. Would love to meet some people out in Washmo if you're around, and if you want to follow us, you can do so at Lane Narrows. Hi.
Hi. Thank you, Lern. Rafe. Still hammered from the
check on
Speakeasy.
her? Or?
I think I just had a stroke on the air. I'm sorry.
Whoa. Shout out to all the Riz people that came out to shows in Austin. There were a couple of them.
All right, nice.
You got fans down there, bud.
All right,
Just let
we
me
all
know.
have fans.
And follow me on the socials at I am Rafe Williams. Get tickets. I will be at the St. Charles Funny Bone. For those of you asking when I'm doing another local show, this is when. May 31st, June 1st. I will be doing 3 shows. Tickets are available now at the Funny Bone website, Streets of St. Charles. And yeah, that's it.
You know, I've yet to be at that club, the Streets of St. Charles one.
It's pretty good.
It is.
It's cool. It's in a good spot.
Yeah.
They did a good job. Considering how close it is to the other Funny Bone, they don't really steal business from one another, which
That's
is
wild.
Crazy.
Scott.
Yeah, you can follow me at King Scott Rules and see all the exciting things going on in my world.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Not going to say what they are. No. Because that's how.
There's so many exciting things. No, hey, you don't want to spoil the surprise, right, Scott?
Gosh, no.
All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our teamers. Remember the day brought to you by Hot Shots. St. Louis is home for Blues hockey from Valley Park,